Hello everyone and welcome to Final Show. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I've just got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I want to let everybody know that our addresses have changed. Our Twitch channel has changed from Senstaku to twitch.tv/FinalShowFilms, and our YouTube channel has also changed to youtube.com/FinalShowFilms. Next, we want to thank our $20 tier supporters on Patreon, which is patreon.com/FFilms, by the way, if you want to go throw a couple bucks our way. That's going to be Cat Waterflame, Antitonic, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Monty. Thank you guys for that. Also, our website is in the process of getting updated, so go take a look at finalshowfilms.com. We've got Mara and Jeremy are working on updating all of our stuff there, making it look nice and like a modern website, and frankly, they know what they're doing far better than I or Austin ever did. So if you want to check out the things that are changing over there, you go do that. Follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films for updates for all future things, including things that are going on with our website and going on with the Patreon page, and things that are going on live as we stream them, as well as our podcasts and everything else. So thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a good day.
By the light. And hello, everyone.
Blinded by the light.
Blinded by the light.
That one's on the stream.
Good.
Well, we presume that when you said hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to Storm, Earth, and Fire. I am William, and I am your dungeon master for this Warcraft RPG 5th edition campaign. And joining me today, we have Stan.
Okay, that would be me. I'm going to play a little goblin named Josh. He's a tinker of, what's that? Techno-mystic tinker. Yeah, I always figured that part.
Yep. And Zach.
I'm Zach. I'm playing Leaf Ironmender, half-orc priest of the Holy Light, also a tinker.
And Rudy.
Hey, I'm Rudy. I'm playing Break Earth Whisper, Rune Knight.
Yep. And Austin, whose character's name is Jangatal.
I am Troll. I have Snack Friend.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. Where are the cameras?
Over there.
Sorry.
Yeah, it does. We moved our cameras to make them slightly more effective.
I am Holly. I am playing Shiana. She's a flame carver, assassin rogue.
She's a
orc.
shank.
I like how you asked where the cameras are, even though you never look at the cameras anyways.
I'm looking at it now.
Well, see, now when you look at me, you'll be looking in the direction of the cameras.
There you go.
Oh.
It's almost
Every
like it was
single time I
intentional.
look at you, even when we're not, like, online.
Yes. There's a camera always behind me.
That's going to be creepy. I'm not going to look at you as much.
And John.
Wait, are you the protagonist of a third-person shooter?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel.
Wait, does that make me Garrett?
Yes, there you Garrett's.
Wait. I'm John. I'm playing Garrick. Garrick Cloudspeaker, the orc spirit champion.
Damn it. And when last we left off, Shepard.
We talked politics.
That makes you Garrus, not Rex.
Oh no, I mean Rex. You know,
You can also be Rex. I don't.
I can't think of. I mean, I can't think of any. Garrus doesn't have as many good memes.
Calibrations.
Probably doing some calibrations, I guess.
Oh, there's a dog's head right there.
Is there a dog?
I
You
hope there's
pulled
a
up a
dog
rubber. You
attached
pulled up
to
a
it.
ball, and I was very confused. Like, oh, there's a dog's head right there. Oh,
Is there a dog attached to it?
Yes.
I do want to play a Mass Effect game at some point.
calibration.
But when last we left off, the group had recruited some new companions for the Soaring
We
Fang.
totally intend to do that.
Having
Nothing. I just like your reaction.
acquired not only the Death Knight, Gorgonash, that they had been interacting with for a while, but also the shaman that they had met some time ago, Ashur, and Colrin, the hunter that had been traveling with her. Having recruited the two of them, having fleshed out the organization of their guild and how they intend to handle new recruits from now on, and the general schematics, financials, and general styling of the guild's operations, tested their new recruits, and found that they were doing rather well. So,
Yay!
So now Shiana's gonna go recruit more.
Oh, no!
We had
The
this
troll can speak.
we had this conversation.
The troll has spoken to me, and he has said no.
No, that was the snake.
Oh.
snack
we
friend.
had this conversation.
Spoken in
We can go
Pennsylvania
recruit more
Dutch.
people when we
Perfect
have
Pennsylvania
open
Dutch.
recruiting.
He speaks Latin too.
But did he say that in Latin or Pennsylvania?
Is there a? I'm surprised I don't know the Latin word for no.
It's no.
Is it really is no?
Yeah, it's no.
Okay.
So some Latin now.
Think Gnostic.
Yeah.
or-
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. English is made
I
of
feel
so
like
many
it's
different
no with a
languages.
G at the end, at the beginning, though.
No, it's just no. It's just no. I mean,
Think about the other romantic languages that have the word no.
Yeah, no. Now you have to parse what I meant by that.
No, I don't. I just have to be like, John, really.
he's perfectly capable of not parsing it and just being annoyed that you said something that would have to be parsed.
Actually, no is nihil,
Huh?
as in nihilism.
I'm gonna do research on Latin, guys. You
Nile.
you do your talky bits.
So,
Did we ever determine on those contracts how much gold people would get for
Yes.
as an allowance for mission equipment and stuff?
We did
what's
not put a maintenance amount in there. At this moment.
you decided that you probably should, but you haven't decided what that
we
amount
figured
is.
a daily thing, but
We've got a daily stipend, but we don't have a maintenance.
we don't have
Like repairing equipment and stuff like that.
I mean, when the daily stipend. No. I assume you can borrow against your daily stipend to.
We're
Repair
enough
gear.
mending spells, we can probably handle it.
Like, mending doesn't fix like rent armor.
I think
Yeah,
we
I know.
decided that we needed to get trade agreements with merchants before we got into that aspect of it, and then we could have it be part of the merchants. agreement.
Generally speaking, you decided that you haven't decided the numbers yet, but you decided that it would probably be a good idea to have probably like a weekly or monthly maintenance allowance that people can draw from the treasury up to this amount to cover equipment maintenance and repairs and required stuff like that. But having done all of that, you've tested your tested your recruits. You've fully solidified them into the guild, and now you're at a crossroads where you can go any number of directions. Where are you headed next?
I'm distracted by the fact that you can really tell that you leave your right arm out the window because your right arm is tan and your left arm is not.
That's what happens when you drive a mail truck.
He delivers mail with the one arm, so he
Yeah.
kind of has to leave it up.
No. It's just it's very unevenly tanned.
Yeah.
You just need to stick your left arm out your window at home for like a day. Just let it brown a little bit.
Whenever you're driving on the left side of your car, stick the arm at the left side of your car. Whenever you're driving on the right side of your car, stick out the right side. Also, your car setup is weird. And it's very weird to ride your passenger seat.
So
Just don't hit the brake.
What are we talking about? This like a rotisserie roast or something?
Yes.
Make sure it all gets
Yes.
nice and evenly
William is
cooked.
her
Yes,
rotisserie
you
roast.
need
I
to
say it the
even-
nicest way.
You need to evenly tan.
I like rotisserie roast.
Doesn't matter.
Otherwise, you look like a weird
It
like.
doesn't matter if it looks like, as long as you didn't get cancer on both arms.
Oh, only
That's-
one.
That's what sunscreen is for.
I mean, hey, if it's the one, they could just cut the one arm off.
But then he'll be lopsided and he'll like fall over.
But then he'll be
easily.
like one of his characters and
I mean, he's lopsided now.
Bill
so-
Shadowrun or something.
Just with the tan.
Are we gonna start playing?
I'm waiting on you guys. Like, you're at the point where it's up to you what you do next. I'm waiting on you guys.
Okay.
So we're sitting around.
So they've been talking all this contract stuff. I was chilling with the wyverns and trying to figure out what they need. I'm now looking at the top of our building and trying to figure out how wyvern compatible it would be.
Roll me just an intelligence check.
I have an intelligence score.
Is net -2 or -3?
Thankfully, a 16 is a decent roll on the die. 14.
The spires are conical, but the slant is wide enough that you could probably like take pieces off to make a niche for a roost. But also, you could probably like the parapets all along the walls are wide enough that you could probably just establish like a series of nests along the side of the parapet and still have walking room for people to walk by.
That'd be cool.
So
But the spires would be cool.
yeah, you just have to like take some of the roof out of the spires and
I'm going to
establish
go
a
look at
roost.
it and see how hard it is to remove roof.
It's not easy, but
You
you There are other trolls that are specifically assigned to help you with this building if you wanted to ask.
Are they here right now?
Not right now, but you
I
can...
mean, Jungaton asking.
This is going to be a very difficult question to
Oh no,
answer
it's
tomorrow.
going to be a great question. I find a troll.
They're all in the Echo Isles. You gonna go straight to the Echo Isles?
How far are the Echo Isles?
About a day's travel on foot, or 2 days on foot. A day on a wolf.
All right, so you're writing this contract. Troll friend is going to push the door open and walk in. We're in the war room, right?
Yeah,
Do we have a model of this fort somewhere around here for war planning purposes?
probably yes.
I'm gonna go pick it up and put it on the table.
Yes, Jungaton.
You want to go there?
I'm
We're
gonna point at the spiky bits on top.
We're already here, Sean.
This is
Oh,
Oh,
the
sorry,
wyvern
I-
nest.
You want... Oh, you want wyverns.
Point at the spiky bits.
Wyvern net.
A
Well,
nest.
you want to build a wyvern nest on top of it. We could. I sort of point out the windows. We could build them over there. Those areas are already flat.
I point at the spire. And then, what's this model made of?
Probably just like carved out of stone.
Point at the spire, and then I make a slicing motion with a very tip to make it flat.
Why must it be up there?
You want?
Well, why can't we just build
Why can't we
build a little ridge
build
around
it?
the outside of it instead?
I look outside. I point outside. I point down. I point at the spire. I point up.
Okay, because that area is
Because
too
it would be
low.
higher up here.
It's
You want
higher
it to
up.
be higher.
You get a better view and farther away from people's street.
Jungaton. Wherever the wyvern nest is at, the wyvern keepers will need to be able to get to easily. Are you going to be able to climb that tower easily? Along with anybody
Wait,
else?
you said
who
he
needs
was
to
just
assist?
up there. Would we have
Yeah.
seen him climbing down, or would he have just jumped in through? He probably would have just jumped in through the window of the war room. Actually,
He said he came into the door.
I mean, I said Oh yeah, no, I did say the
You
door.
said you opened the door and
Yeah.
came through it.
Fair. I walk over to the window, open it up, and swing out onto the roof.
Would people that aren't you be able to get up there easily?
I swing back in. I drag one of you out. I point at the staircase, walk back in, and point at the window.
Does the stairs go up to the top of the tower?
We could build a
Yeah, like they go up to the tower. Yeah, because it's a watchtower.
Oh, it's a watchtower.
Yeah,
It's not just
yeah.
actually-
If
Like
apparently
the-
it's for walking on.
Like the corner tower is like if you want to look at this, it's not quite the same because this is inside a city. But like if you look at this image roughly,
As
it's-
Zach blocks the camera.
so I'm not blocking the camera yet.
yeah, like if you see these four corners, these are basically watchtowers. Replace the braziers with crenellated with the basically like the roof on the main tower.
okay.
Cool.
If they, why not just put them inside the tower then?
That's not how flying works.
Well, we can open up the walls and leave the roof so that they have cover.
John, actually, you would have better context for this. You remember the Warcraft 2 orc barracks?
Yeah, yeah.
Your fortress is basically shaped like that.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
This is the room that they would be in.
No, this
Yeah,
is the
the
war
fourth-
room. The
well,
tower
yeah.
goes up.
This
No,
is the
but-
top of the tower.
This is the fourth floor.
The worm's at the top of the tower.
Okay, I'm
The
having
ceiling's right above us.
I'm having confusion as to about what room, what tower or room we're talking about.
Okay, so look,
Which?
you're here.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
yeah.
talking about one of these.
Yeah, yeah, no. I, not this one, that one. I say pointing at out the window.
I look at you confused.
So okay, imagine a big. So the way the
No.
thing is set up,
I get what you're talking about as far as the setup.
there are other towers.
The troll is confused as to why you would put a wyvern under a roof. He looks at you, points at the roof, and shakes his head.
What if it rains?
They
Shrug
don't
my
care.
shoulder.
Does he care when it rains? Not
I
particularly.
They don't care, but you can still take care of them by providing certain comforts that they wouldn't
Yes.
get in the wild.
He's going to pick up the spire, point at all the wall, and then like poke it with his little knife and shake his head, and he's going to point to the one little spire and poke it with his knife and nod his head.
Also, yeah, no, we're not. I'm confused. Is he talking about the central tower or one
Yes,
of the
he's talking about the
towers?
central tower.
The one that has the most access to the parapets.
The one
and
we
stuff.
are in.
The one we're in.
The
Yeah,
one
the
that has
center.
most access to parapets are the external towers.
Then yes, I'm pointing at that one.
Okay, not the one we're in.
Oh, the external towers are fine.
Yeah, the external tower, that's fine. I was confused about I
Yeah.
was confused about like taking the roof
towers
off the
on
central
the
tower.
walls.
I'm talking about taking
Yeah.
the roof off.
Oh,
Zach, if you want to take a look again, this is a top-down view that might help you figure out what you're looking at here. Like this has like a covering here, but this is all just sort of open to the ground. But this is the basic shape of it. Like if you remove this tarp that's a covering, you have this central tower, and then
Okay.
all of these outer towers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just talking about
Like this is the outer wall.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about at first, and then he shot that idea down.
Yeah.
You shot that idea down because you didn't want the ones that were on
just-
the wall.
These.
Oh no! I was shooting down putting them in a tower.
like
in a tower.
like the
Before that.
like these outer parapets, these circle things have roofs on them at the
No,
moment.
I said-
we
I
figure
said-
out what Jengatal is talking about,
Okay.
and it's fine.
Yeah, because I pointed out the windows of the tower, and I was like, why not those towers?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the wall, the flat ground.
I need
no.
I need to try and sketch this building for you at some point. Is what I'm gathering.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about pointing at the walls.
Yeah, no.
Pointing at the
I was
wall
pointing at the
towers.
towers on the
I need
walls.
to
Okay.
check every time I speak with
Or I need to work with you on
Yeah.
sort of sketching this building out.
Same. Let's go get drinks after this.
Anyway,
I'm working on learning Blender. I could 3D model it.
That'd be nice, actually. And then we can 3D print
That'd
it.
be nice.
and then I'm gonna
You
go
need
back.
a 3D printer to 3D print it. Do you have a 3D printer?
Not yet.
You can use them at the library for free.
Anyone would like to purchase a 3D printer
Does the
for
Gwinnett
us?
County Public Library
Yes.
have a 3D printer?
Yes.
All of them do,
Yes.
and you can use them with a library.
They're amazing.
What?
Yes,
When
something
did
you
that
said.
happen?
I used
While
it
you
to
were
print the
asleep.
minis that I made
Yeah,
for
he's
Austin.
printed me D&D miniatures from
Oh,
the
Yeah,
library.
yeah.
One of them, but yes.
Do you have to pay for the materials that you use?
Nope.
Or? Wow.
It's covered. It's part of
part of your taxes. Okay, that's cool.
So technically, you already
Yes.
are.
Hey everybody! If you live in the U.S., use your local library. They have way more resources than you thought they do. It's not just a room full of
Totally
dusty
forgot
books.
what they have.
And also, they don't have to worry about,
Also, I just ripped some skin off my arm.
they don't have to worry about
Why'd
the
you
money
do
very
that?
much either because nobody knows about it.
I
it
didn't
seems.
mean to.
So,
Do you need a bandage?
Probably.
We'll be right back.
Let's do a tourniquet.
breaking yourself.
I mean,
But yeah, so
not breaking.
we need
ripping.
we
That's
need
the
to we need to blender model this fortress and then
Yes.
3D print it so you can set it on the table.
Cool. Yes.
This sounds like a plan.
Anyway,
difference. Anyways.
Okay.
so yes, I then go over to the map and I point at the Echo Isles.
What does that mean?
Point at myself and I point at the Echo Isles.
Workers. Does this seem like a task that I could do?
It would take you by yourself a very long time.
Yeah.
You would want a full team to do this quickly.
Okay. Right. We can send a message to the Echo Isles to get workers out here. Yes.
Sure.
I look around the room to see if anybody has grand ideas about how to send a message. And if no one says anything, I point at myself and I point at the Echo Isles.
I can send a message by simply going into town. That's what mailboxes are for.
Oh.
He's going to look at you very confused.
Where are mailboxes for?
You know when
Sending messages.
I often.
Would you-
I'm sure
would you-
there's writing
Jengatal-
equipment here,
would
but I
you-
take writing equipment. You know when I do this a lot? You can pay people, give them money, and someone will carry this wherever I want it. We'll get someone else to do it, basically.
He's going to narrow his eyes at you. And then look at the paper and shake his head.
Not this. Something else.
If you'd
I'll
like-
get, I get a blank sheet of paper.
If you'd like to see
And I
how
start
it
writing
works, we
down.
can take you to the mailbox, John.
He gives you a very concerned look.
Leaf or Josh, please roll me an intelligence check. Saving throw.
Saving throw?
Intelligence saving throw?
Somebody's
Magical
attacking your
messages
intelligence.
show up in the box.
Mostly I'm doing
Oh, we shouldn't do this because technically Vol'jin's doing this all under the table anyway. So this is about that.
Oh.
We shouldn't send it through the mail.
Never mind then.
There you
Wait,
go.
what?
Because Vol'jin's doing all this under the table because this is his reward for us basically helping him commit a coup. We shouldn't ask for the reward for committing a coup with the mail system.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah,
fast.
I was
Yeah.
wanting to
Smart
make
man.
I was wanting to make William describe how the mail works.
Smart man. You came to without having to roll for it.
because in World of Warcraft, basically you put a letter in the box and 5 seconds later it's somewhere else with no visible mechanism. So I was wanting to make William describe how it
Well, now
works.
you're thinking of portals.
In reality, it actually takes time to deliver letters. They have some of the faster courier systems because letters in correspondence are vitally important in all aspects.
I just like to imagine you put a letter in the mailbox and a little goblin rocket fires off.
I like to imagine the entirety of Azeroth is connected by those little bank tubes.
That too. That's the Eastern Kingdoms where the gnomes are in charge of the mail system. But in Kalimdor, where the goblins are in charge of the mail system, it's rocket. It's all rocket.
And it's like, okay, you're sending it in city or out of city. Out of city, like the pipe just ends out the side of the mountain.
And then it fires
That
off,
sounds funny.
and a little drone attached to it just takes off. Because that's gnomish.
that would be a
engineering.
gnomish mail system, yes.
Yeah. And it would be ridiculously effective.
Yeah, because gnomes built it. Or dwarves. Dwarves would also build something like that very effectively.
Meanwhile, the goblin system, occasionally the rocket takes out its recipient.
How much do you? Which service do you want to buy? First class or second class? What's the difference? Second class more likely to kill the recipient.
Second class has a higher fatality rate. Which isn't to say that first class does not have a higher fatality. Does not have a fatality rate.
So
Just that
you
the second
always
class is
send
higher.
Third class to your
No.
enemies.
No, because this,
Always send mail third
No,
class to your
because
enemy.
there's-
Third class has a guaranteed fatality rate.
That's what I
and they
want.
charge more for it.
You want this rocket to
Hey,
hit the
we can
person
do
in the
this.
face.
Sir, postman, why does the lowest quality rating? Why does that cost the most?
Because it's for your
well, you
enemies.
see, mercenaries driving up the cost. You know.
All right. Anyway, I pointed to the Echo Isle and I pointed
I
myself
like to
again.
think that there's an efficacy versus efficacy versus lethality rating on the mails on the side of the mailbox.
I feel like you would address things for that directly to the person's face, like so and so's face.
Third class to their face.
To their face.
Anyway, I'm pointing at the Echo Isles and pointing at myself.
You want to go there.
Just
You
settle
are.
out.
Someone
Go there.
slightly more skilled in the art of language should probably accompany him.
Or someone who can teleport back without having to exit the Echo Isles.
Send
That too.
send Shiana
I do not mind.
I think Brick.
That'll keep her
I-
from getting.
I think Brick and Jengatal can probably
Oh,
deal with this
oh yeah.
because
Brick can also fly.
because Brick can fly and then can
teleport.
teleport back without anybody having to actually leave the island.
And let me tell you, flying cuts the mounted travel in half. You can get there in about 6 hours.
Yeah.
No, 4 hours. Because a day's travel would be an 8-hour trek.
While they're discussing this sort of stuff, I go down and I look at any post. I can't read. I'm gonna go grab a page of postings and bring them back and point at the Echo Isles and point at the page quizzically.
What did you pick up?
Job postings.
Oh, the job postings.
I then shove it at Reedy Man. I then
Oh.
point at the Echo Isles.
What? Right, you can't read. That's not why you handed it to me. Have someone take a job for the Echo Isles as cover?
Are there jobs
We're
for the
posting
Echo
a job
Isles?
in the Echo Isles.
No, I think it was the first one.
He's gonna look at you because he doesn't know what the word posted means.
Are we advertising a job in the Echo Isles?
I don't
Like
think
he knows what advertising is.
I will say, are we posting a job in
Are we-
Zandali?
That doesn't help!
It's not
Still is
Are
supposed to.
we asking asking
I thought you knew. I
people
thought you
to
understood
go-
Zendo.
He does. He also understands Orcish. It's
Hold
his
on.
depth of understanding.
Yeah.
Not this. Are we asking people to go there to do a job? I don't got this.
Are we asking?
We've
people-
already established that we're trying to
Who's the
find
first
workers there to help us with this. Right?
What?
Is that all?
Do you all need help? Do you all need help speaking to
No,
the
no.
beast?
No, this is great. I pick up the papers.
As you look over
And,
your
and,
shoulder,
and I grab
you
a random paper and I stick it some random
as you
place
look
on
over
the
your
map.
shoulder and you see Colrin sort of leaning against the
The
door.
issue
Do you
is-
need help speaking to a beast?
The issue isn't the beast. The issue is Jangatal.
So I pick up a piece of paper and I roll it up and I give it to Sneckfriend. And Sneckfriend rolls around it and then scooches across the table over to a random place and then makes little like wing spread motions and then moves back to the area and drops the listening back at the fort.
You're trying to speak to a beast.
Can
Talk
any of
with
us
animals doesn't work, hell.
now talk with animals doesn't work here? Can any of us figure out what the fuck he's trying to say with a roll of dice? Because this isn't working.
The mini game of charades here is
I
interesting.
pick up the paper.
You can roll me insight or animal handling.
I don't know what direction I've picked up the paper, but I've picked up a paper.
Mm. 21 insight.
I walk up behind you and grab your chin and make motions and point at the paper.
Do you want him to write the
It's a
message
job
and go
listing?
alone?
It's a piece of paper that was on the job listing board. I'm not entirely sure what it was, but you know.
Do you
He
want
wants
us
you
to
to read it. He wants you to read it. I
Do you want us
think.
to write a message and then you go by yourself?
I got a 21 on my
Shakes head.
insight. I don't know what the fuck.
I'm assuming, if I'm reading Jangatal right, is that if you take a job heading to the Echo Isle, someone has to go there to negotiate, which means there's a reason someone can go talk to people to get more work here.
I feel like that's. Well,
That's what I said!
That's the first thing he said, and that's when I nodded my head, and then you started saying other things. And I was like, what? And then other people started saying other things. I'm like, what?
That's why I ruled out that possibility, because it was the first thing said.
Yes.
you nodded your head and then you went again
Yes.
as if we didn't get it.
Have you not noticed that that's what he does when you get things? He's like,
That's also what he does when we don't get it. Using the same symbol for yes and no doesn't work, Austin.
Yes, it does.
Would I like to reiterate my character's mental stats to you?
No, I know they suck.
Context.
I get it. I understand that.
Anyway.
Life, help me. What is my life?
Oh,
So, Leaf, we're going for
So,
drinks later. Would you care to join?
Leaf, what is that?
Would you like me to handle working with him to head down to the Echo Isles? Colrin asks.
Sure.
Okay. May as well.
Makes sense.
Sure.
Yes, do that.
I'm going to go back to working on machines that are somehow more predictable than this.
That's what I'm thinking.
We're going to go get drinks.
I'll work on it after drinks.
Alright, so I pick up.
Certain goblins have told me that apparently that's the way to do it, or something. I don't know.
I pick up our little fort model. I drag Brick and Colrin with me to the job posting board, and I point at the board.
Colrin sort of looks over. Oh, it was a simple courier job that I can handle while we're there. He sort of takes it off the board.
That'll work.
I begin walking to the Echo Isles, unless somebody starts flying. Okay.
You guys,
We mount up and we echo.
you guys make your way out the door, and Colrin kind of brings his fingers to his lips and whistles, and a few moments later, a large eagle sort of begins to circle down and lands on his shoulder.
The thing with flying is I only have enough for 1 hour, for one use, 1 hour.
Yeah.
How many? What level is that?
Mark of flying, like mark of flying is third, but it's only 10 minutes,
Oh yeah.
and mark of motion is an hour, which gives me flying, swimming, climbing, and burrowing.
Yeah.
and then I have the Sigil of Transportation, which is 6.
All right. Yeah.
So I'd only be able to do one of those two once.
Yeah. So you guys mount up, make your way. It'll be most of the day.
Getting back's easy though.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming we rested since I missed last week.
Yeah,
I'm assuming we
yeah,
rested
we
during
rested.
that time. So,
But
because I don't think I ever erased what I used. So okay.
Another benefit to using these glasses.
It looks like beer.
Oh, fun.
That's the cream soda.
Yes.
Holly, can I request a drink as well?
Yeah.
Okay, which one?
You don't have a classic soda, so cream soda will work.
I think we got cherry cola, so it's kind of classic.
It's not classic. That's cherry.
Picky.
What is classic?
Coca-Cola, Pepsi, like the basic.
So cola.
Yes, cola.
Okay.
Just
Because I like a classic, and I think like root beer, Sprite. You know,
I mean, classic Sprite is just Sprite. Yeah.
but like you crazy Southerners and your Coke.
You are a Southerner.
You're also a Southerner.
No, he was born in New Hampshire.
I was born in
How old was he when he came down?
old enough to speak.
One, yeah, basically, that's about it.
Yeah, speak how many words?
Enough.
Enough. Also, I was raised by these people, and in this area, there's not a whole lot of Southern going on.
I mean, yes.
But most
You're
of your
not
life,
wrong.
more than about, I want to say 80% of your life was
Yes.
spent
Yes.
in the South.
Oh, at least.
Well, no, it was spent in this little pocket that we call the Atlanta suburbs. That is not really the South.
No.
That's like calling Southern Florida the South. It's not. Just because it's in the southern part of the U.S. does not make it the South.
What are you talking about? This not being the South?
Exactly.
I'm talking about this part of the Atlanta suburbs doesn't really count as Southern, even if it's in the South.
I lived next to a trailer park, and every Friday my brother went out back and lit a huge bonfire in the middle of the woods where a bunch of rednecks got drunk and shot off fireworks. We're in the South, boy.
But they did that in Indiana, too.
Your voice became more and more southern as you were saying that.
It doesn't take very far out of Atlanta to get to the South.
When I was 18 years old, someone made a joke and had to explain to me what mud bogging was because I'd never heard of it in my life.
What?
Wow.
Clearly.
See,
Was
doesn't
this-
know
That's
what
another thing that we did.
I don't know either, so.
He doesn't know
Was
he's
this-
Not very far away from
Apparently,
it.
mud bogging is when you find a giant pit of wet mud
And you get your truck stuck in it intentionally.
Also,
yeah.
was this the Kayla
Yeah, this was the
conversation
Kayla
before you asked
conversation.
me out?
When I was
Okay.
asking if you'd say yes when I asked you out, and she said, yeah, she'd say yes if you asked her to go mud bogging. And I'm like, what's mud bogging? And then she face palmed and was like,
Mud bogging? For those that might not know, mud bogging is where you get a pickup truck stuck in the mud intentionally
my coworker tried to do it in the
And
Honda
tried-
Civic.
and try to get it out.
That's more fun.
I like how your Southern accent is kicked in for that entire sentence.
Mhm.
And, you know,
It was fainter than when you were trying to do it, but it just flowed in there. Because there's certain things when you start speaking them, and your Southern accent just starts to come in.
I can't even do a Southern accent. I can't even fake one.
We
It's
had
also-
them,
it's
we
also-
had
I
them
can
growing
do a
up, and
light
they just
one
went
if I
away.
hang out
It's
with
also
my
the
mom's
sea
side
salt
of the
vinegar.
family for a long period
The sea salt and vinegar brings
They
out
are
the Southern
very
in you.
it does.
The two of us brothers had Southern accents growing up that we just grew out of.
I mean,
But
My
anyway,
attempt at a Southern accent is so bad and stereotypical it could probably cause a bar fight.
It's like Dick Van Dyke's English accent.
It's like Dick Van Dyke's British accent, yes.
so while the three of them are heading off to the
Are you
Echo
done
Isles,
with them or not?
Yeah, because
Because he can teleport back.
I'm the right back.
and you'll be
You're
teleporting.
just not flying there.
You'll be teleporting you and Jenga Tall back. Colrin can stay and do the courier job that was posted.
He's our cover. Also, since we're heading in that direction, making money seems legit.
So, what are the rest of you doing?
drinks.
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 I'm gonna build something.
What are you gonna build?
I'm gonna finish up.
I feel
drink
like
machine,
Leaf
my
would
little,
actually have the water. Too.
Yeah.
thing I
Yeah.
guys.
Yay, dollar store mugs.
Where am I? I was down here somewhere. My little grapple gator.
Grapple gator?
Set up,
Yeah, go ahead.
It should be.
Yeah, no, cream soda just looks like beer.
It does.
I'm trying to figure out how much I have to
It looks
do
more like beer
yet.
than root beer.
That's what butterbeer is.
It probably is just cream soda, yeah.
Yes.
The butterbeer cupcake we make at the bakery is made with cream soda. Cream soda and
18.
Is that all
butterscotch.
butterbeer is cream soda?
Okay, 18.
At the bakery, we use cream soda and butterscotch.
Battle and Brew has a butter beer that is actually alcoholic. I'm assuming it's probably like beer with butterscotch.
1-6.
I would assume there's an amount of. I would assume it's like a spiked cream soda with butterscotch.
Because there's also alcoholic root beer, but they just add alcohol to it.
You can put alcohol in anything you'd like.
There's also ghost repelling root beer.
Ghost repellent.
There's also demon repelling undergarments, but
Ghost repelling root beer is Monkey Island
Those
thing.
Mormons.
In Monkey Island, you kill it. In Monkey Island, spoilers for Monkey Island.
the game's been out for 20 some odd years.
Yeah, but in case,
Why
I
would
mean,
you
after it's
spoil
out,
me?
after it's out for a couple of decades, I think some spoiler warnings come back into effect because there are full-grown adults who have not even lived through that existing. But go ahead.
but
Talking about yourself?
you kill the
That too.
you kill the ghost at the end of the game with root beer.
Makes sense.
That
It's really
sounds
weird
like
that you're
I
fully-
forgot
Only-
that's how you beat LeChuck.
It's weird that you're
Yeah,
fully grown up.
Because there's a demon there's a sacred
Couple more
root that
months
you
before
turn in,
I'm
that
fully
you
grown
mix
up.
with seltzer water to
Before you drink one.
do your demon
oh,
your
so
demon
it's holy
exorcism thing.
water root beer.
It's
But it turns out it's no, the holy water is just carbonation.
it's carbonated water.
That
It's
tracks.
It's just root beer.
That tracks.
Carbonated root beer.
It's just root beer. Yeah.
But you actually use the right kind of roots of the
Sarsaparilla?
yeah.
I
Sarsaparilla root.
I don't remember that much detail.
I mean, it takes place in the Americas, right?
So sarsaparilla
No.
would
So
be
it would
available.
In the Caribbean.
Which is in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Americas.
Yeah.
Which is South of America, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
South of the
Yeah,
US.
you can have that, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I was thinking.
In the States.
I was thinking continental.
You were thinking the United States of America. I was talking. That's why I said the Americas.
Yeah.
Because it's a continent.
Yeah.
And we just kind of stole the name for ourselves because America.
That's why there's a song by a Canadian artist called "I Want to Be an American."
Anyway, so we're currying. He's grapple gatoring. They're drinking.
Yeah, this is a very
Very organized.
Yeah.
party.
So the three of you go get drinks. You do some work.
I'm sure
Okay.
something will happen while we're getting drinks.
Yeah, I've definitely finished.
Yeah. So
Things tend to happen when we drink.
It depends on how many drinks you want to have.
yes.
And
So
so her con checks go.
I'm the designated driver / cure you if you get too sloppishly drunk.
/ calm emotions.
Yes.
I'm gonna head over there.
I'm the
and see what they're
designated
doing.
try
It
to
still only
keep
took me about
things
2
from
hours
going
to finish, so.
horribly wrong.
Nanny Lee.
I feel like ever
It'll be
since
fine.
that time, she's trying to limit herself, unless people are trying to get her drunk.
It's fine.
She's trying to limit herself. Whether or not she's succeeding.
I'm standing in front of the fan with a shield.
So-
That was a little deep.
I got it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not gettable. It's just
Oh
like
no,
it's,
I got it.
Obscure, I believe, is a better term than deep.
obtuse.
There you go.
Obtuse is the right word.
Obtuse.
It was a long walk.
It was a long walk for a short beer.
So
Gave me a heart attack.
So what's happening at the bar?
where are you headed? Are you headed into Orgrimmar?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Head,
Going
to the,
to a bar in
head to the
Orgrimmar.
Broken Tusk?
Sure.
So, you make your way into Orgrimmar proper and make your way over to the Broken Tusk, and you sit down and you start to have drinks. Go ahead and roll your perception checks.
Well, I don't know why I rolled advantage, but I rolled the same thing. So 14.
Where are my materials? 14,
11.
11, 14.
14.
Oh, I rolled better than that. That was 6 gets me.
That's what a 14 gets me.
I thought.
I have +0 for my perception check.
Turns out I have kind of a high wisdom score. You would have thought.
I have a 14 charisma, a 10 wisdom,
So
18 strength. What is your husband doing?
Stirring something?
Torturing something?
I'm guessing he's making tea aggressively.
So there's as the three of you are sitting down and having drinks,
Aggressive tea.
you begin to overhear a conversation happening between one of the trolls and one of the orcs that is across the bar.
Oh boy.
Oh no, you did that thing, right?
Yeah, it's a drink made of tamarind paste.
Oh,
Wait a
Uh,
what?
Tamarind paste.
You paste with a tamarind?
Yes.
That's what you do with tamarind. You don't just eat tamarind. I mean, candied tamarind is interesting. It's very sour. But this is just a tamarind paste drink.
But the conversation you overhear is between this orc and this troll, who are both sort of sitting and having drinks and seem to be discussing.
You pasted a tamarind?
Tamarind with a D at the end. It's that exact same word, just put a D at the end. I'm a vegetarian. I'm not eating a monkey.
Okay.
Sorry, William. What do we
Or
overhear?
drinking a monkey, as it were.
So
I'm not a vegetarian. I would drink a monkey either, so.
Drink a monkey.
You now see why I was confused.
I don't know. I kind of wonder how it would taste now.
It's like you just
I wouldn't drink a monkey.
went upstairs and ground up a monkey and put it into tea. That was weird.
It would explain all the noise.
It would have explained all the noise, yeah.
We have a whole room of them, you know.
Just everyone tamarinds all of that.
so
Yeah.
That's boring.
as you're sort of saying, you begin to hear this overheard conversation. You sort of start to pick up with sort of, I tell you, man, it be not right what they do to a man like him. And the orc just sort of, it's unfortunate but inevitable. When you're the first non-orc to oversee the Omrigor, there will be accusations. And the trolls just, but the claim that he makes it. To make such accusations against him, man, it'd be cruel, and to threaten the people that he brought into the horde to say they not be worthy. It'd be an insult not only to him, but to everyone that he brought into the horde.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Sounds
Who is the
like
current leader of
it sounds like something about Vol'jin. But
Or the troll who brought us in on Armorgor, because it was a troll.
Yeah, can I know what he's talking about?
Roll me insight.
never mind.
It's natural 20. That's a 23.
Yeah, so
Armorgor. Never mind.
the first non-orc to deliver the Omrigor was the troll who delivered your Omrigor, Spirit Speaker Resjun.
Okay.
Ah,
And apparently someone has accused him of disgracing the Omrigor or something like that.
Which would make all of us non-adults.
I'm going
Kinda.
to shift over that way.
Shiana's doing the same thing.
Excuse me.
The orc and the troll both look up.
Presumably you talk when you say something like
Oh
that.
no, sorry, no. The head bob was the like they look like they look over, see my abs, look up. 'Cause remember, I'm huge.
True.
Couldn't help it over here. Are you talking about what was the name?
Resjun.
Resjun?
That'd be the one, man.
What?
And what happened?
Some of the old guard, some of them would favor the war chief more than others. Be claiming that his performance of the Amrigor not be true to the traditions, not be stringent enough, that it be a disgrace to the Amrigor.
How so?
They make the claim that it not be threatening, not be the interaction with the spirits be too easy compared to the old styles of the Amrigor.
Do I?
Shiona will like let out a snort when they say the interactions with the spirits. Too easy.
Have I ever experienced or seen or heard about the older styles of Amargor?
Most of the older Amrigors are basically a hunter is sent out alone to find a particular hunt animal, kill it, mark their face with its blood, and return.
I'm sure glad it wasn't that.
And compared
Well,
to
that would've been fine.
compared to that, how was ours? Like, was ours?
Yours was, as a group, find a place strong in the elements and face the elemental spirits there.
That sounds like talk of people who have not experienced the Amargor, or as it is now.
That'd be my thoughts as well, but the old guard be upset. They claim it be easy to fake when you don't have to bring back a mockery of victory. But I tell him, a witch doctor, a shaman, they know the mark.
You mentioned that it was a bad thing. Is people just talking, or something actually happened?
That was my question.
There be threats. I don't know if the Corcoran follow true, but there be threats of arrest in dishonor and maybe execution, but I don't know.
As a mug slams into the table.
Sorry, that was in character. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mug slams into the table when she hears execution.
Is Razjun still in the Valley of Trials?
He may be for now, the orc says. If the Corcoran move in, they'll drag him to Gramash Hold for trial. And if they find him guilty of weakening the Horde under the guidance of our current war chief, he will undoubtedly be executed.
Just from the past day or so that we've been working in around Orgrimmar, has it seemed like the Corcoran are getting ready for an operation of some kind?
It hasn't been a major shift in movements, but you don't need a lot to detain one person.
Yeah.
You only need a small squad.
Thank you for your information. I'll look over at Shana. I think I'm going to make a ride out to the Valley of Trials.
I'm coming with you.
I as well.
Well, if you be looking to fight off the Corcoran, I wish you luck, but you might be better off just trying to convince the people.
I merely hope it would never have to come to blows like that.
If somebody is complaining about the way Razjun is operating, then that means somebody is out at the Valley of Trials. I think it'd be a good place to start, isn't it?
Well, if you do right by him, I appreciate it. He'd be a good troll.
He's also the one who oversaw our armor before.
And there's a personal stake in it for you, the orc says.
I'm not entirely sure what would happen if they deemed his Amrigors too soft or whatever, but
It'd be a dishonor on all of you as
great
well.
for us.
Yes, it would be a dishonor on all of you as well. Though, the reverse is also true. If, I don't know your personal reputations, but if you've made enough of a name for yourselves and proven yourselves strong, then it would speak well of his Amrigor.
I mean, we've done a lot of stuff. Anyways.
Yeah, but some of it's under the table.
Yeah.
So
We can't claim
we
all of
help Vol'jin commit treason.
Some of it's under the table, but the stuff that got us our fort wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we
We were so awesome, they gave us a fort.
Yep.
I do like forts.
Yeah. So
They gave us a fort. The thing that got us workers to build it was under the table, but the fort
We
was
don't
not.
need to discuss that. We need to go back and tell the others before we leave.
Yes.
Actually, it's only Josh, isn't it?
Yes. We don't need to go back and tell Josh.
That's right.
He wasn't involved.
That's right.
But if it does come to blows,
Hopefully it won't.
you put me on front and lose me.
I
That's what
forgot
she
that
wants.
both Jenga and Brick had left.
We'll be back. I mean,
We'll be back in the morning.
I mean,
We'll be
they're
back.
going the same direction. Echo Isles, and Echo Isles is right next to Valley Trails.
yeah, it's just east.
you might be able to catch up to us.
Should we go ahead and leave?
Makes sense.
Yeah. The Echo Isles are east of the Valley
Let's
of
not
Trails.
waste another minute.
You can ride on Amakwa with me, please.
You can also ride on Akiva with me.
Whichever you
Aquila's not good for riding on
Oh, never mind.
because Aquila's only got 3
He's got
paws.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you ride on Aquila? Can Aquila carry her?
I had assumed I could, but I'm
Yeah.
guessing not.
One person might be able to.
You particularly might be able to ride on Aquila, but
She won't. She wouldn't let other people ride on her. I imagine.
you're also the only person that she would let. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Amakwa is larger than Aquila simply by fact that I'm larger than you. And that's how that spell works.
Yeah.
Well, she's not riding Aquila. She doesn't have a mount.
I mean, you could probably also ride on Amakwa, honestly.
How many
3
can
people
you-
on a wolf is not a thing.
It's a big divine wolf.
Yeah, two of you are the max that can fit on.
Big
on
dude,
Aquila.
so-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
you're
That's fair. That's
huge.
fair. It's big because I'm big.
But you could probably ride on Aquila.
Okay.
Like, sure, I probably only weigh about as much as your sword,
And you know,
but you still have that sword.
That's fair. That's fair.
as much
Take the
as
axe instead.
and knowing Aquila would not complain about carrying you because complaining would be showing weakness. But you know that riding Aquila is still a strain on her because she's having to carry someone with only 3 paws.
It'd be more strain over long distance too.
Yeah.
We can get-
like
how far away are we going?
It's quite a ride.
It's 2
It's a
days.
day.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's about a day. Yeah.
We'll have
She
to-
needs to get another.
We'll need to
mount.
get another one.
Yeah.
Let's. How much does it cost to buy a trained direwolf?
About as much as it costs to buy a trained horse.
So
a little bit
20
more.
gold.
No, horses are more expensive.
I think it's like 50.
No, it's like a couple hundred.
Oh, you're talking like a war horse.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they're
warlords, yeah.
wolves are not riding horses; they fight.
Yeah, a war horse is like 200, I think.
I mean,
250.
are there mounts that aren't real? This is the Horde. Of course, there aren't mounts that aren't blatantly.
I mean, there are
combat-intended.
horses.
There are.
Undead horses, but yeah.
Dang it! Why does everything have to be edgy?
It's the Horde.
I just want a horse.
How do you sit on an undead horse?
What?
How would you sit on an undead horse?
You sit on the saddle.
But I mean, it's kind of.
No, you put a saddle on it. That's really convenient because has a
All
little
those
cargo
little
trunk in it.
A war horse is
Double-
400 gold.
Yeah, so you're probably looking about 400 for.
Or if you're
for
tiny,
a
you just
wolf.
crawl
An
inside.
elephant is only 200 gold.
What about
Yeah, I
just
can do
like
that.
renting, not keeping?
No, we can
Well,
buy you a
you can
wolf.
buy.
I mean, I'd
I
like.
have a wolf.
I think we determined that renting was what, 2 gold a day.
Yeah,
I will just rent like a horse.
We need to have a stable.
We need to have a
anyways.
stable eventually.
Yeah.
We'll establish that at some point.
But right now, we need to get going. I will just rent a horse. It's
what
cheap.
horse?
A
Or
horse.
Or
whatever I
that's
can
something.
A
rent.
valiant steed.
Alternatively, we could buy Leaf a dire wolf, and you could ride with Leaf, or ride with me.
Do you want to die alone?
How much do they cost?
400 gold.
About 400.
I have enough for 2. I can buy 2 dire wolves right
Buy a lot more than that.
now. Yeah.
I think this is a discussion for a later.
I think I can
I'm going to buy Leaf a dire wolf, and then we'll get on our way.
Works. Only for later, so.
There. I have bought Leaf a dire wolf.
I'll try to pick one that's slightly less angry looking. I'm sure those are not normally the ones
You
people
can
pick
ride
out.
one.
So
There's a snowy dire wolf that seems relatively calm.
perfect.
Does it look shockingly like Rachel and Jonathan's dog?
Yes.
Kind of. Scale it up to wolf size.
Their dog is wolf size.
Not quite.
No,
Their
not
dog's
quite.
polar
No, it's
bear
only about that
size.
high.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, he's only 120 pounds.
Wolves are huge.
And that's just a regular wolf is
Oh.
huge. Dire wolves are bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a regular wolf is massive. Dire wolves are gigantic. But so we've got
Like a regular wolf sitting down reaches to about a person's head height.
we've got giant. So we've got giant white wolf and then slightly smaller giant white wolf.
Yeah.
And we ride.
So you make your way south.
Josh is left alone to get to his own devices.
That's fine. I'll just build something.
Literally left to his own devices.
Yeah.
My own
So-
devices. I have devices.
No, Dell is the size of an average wolf. There are larger wolves than Dell, but Dell is the size of an average wolf.
What kind of wolf?
Average North American gray wolf.
Okay.
Those are.
Anyways, we're riding.
So, well, as you're making your way there, the three of you that are heading to the Echo Isles will hit there first because you left in that direction first. So
Makes sense.
the three of you arrive at the Echo Isles. You pass through the checkpoint on business, so you're allowed through. Colrin sort of looks around and, all right, I'll split off and get to work. You two do what you need to do. He walks off with his eagle.
I go to Vol'jin's place.
I follow.
I walk in.
So you find Vol'jin's hut and you walk in. He's in the middle of a conversation with another troll.
Did you take the model?
I did take them out.
Yeah,
It's
I
not-
thought so.
I was feeling Brick is going to let me try to explain this before he helps.
I will. I'll let you try.
Okay.
You need to work on your communication skills.
I'll squat down while waiting for this conversation to finish.
Vol'jin notices the two of you enter and sort of finishes up his conversation quickly with the other troll. The other troll turns and walks out and offers a nod to the two of you as he passes by. You are left with Vol'jin, that sort of white skull paint on his face and the red mohawk as he sort of looks at the two of you with his sort of piercing golden eyes. What can I do for you, man?
I walk up, plop the model on a flat surface, and point at the spires, and then take my knife and indicate making them flat, chopping to flat.
Renovation work.
I'll then point at the top and flap my arms and point, and then put little bits of straw and stuff on the top of the tower to indicate.
Wyvern roost. Gotcha.
Yes.
I think that can be arranged
I
for
like
you.
how any random person can understand Jangatal better than us.
I mean, he's also, a troll who,
A troll, be a shadow hunter.
It doesn't matter. Any random person can understand Jangatal better than us.
Because this group
Except for
likes...
shopkeepers.
Fair. I think it's because this group likes to overthink what he's trying to say. And they throw out like 3 different things at once, and he's like, Anyway.
We're giving him too much benefit of the doubt, so I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I think that can be arranged for you. I can get the crew back out there to renovate one of your towers. Anything else you need from me while you're here?
I believe that's everything. Nothing else was discussed.
Well, good to see you.
I will look and I'll pull out my spear, look at him, and then point back to him.
Sorry, repeat
Okay. I pull up a spear, point my hand at him, press to my chest, make a little motion with the spear, and then look at him again kind of questioningly.
Are you asking what his...
No.
I'm trying to figure out... me personally as a DM, I'm trying to figure that one out. Because he would probably be able to read it a lot easier than I would.
I'm asking if we can lend our aid.
Okay, yeah. If you need any help, if he needs any help from you, yeah. You know what?
Vol'jin also might know about this whole
Yeah.
troll debacle,
That's the thing.
and he would know he gave us the armor gore too.
Yeah. So, well, actually, there might be something you're specifically suited towards. If I remember right, it was one of my own, Spirit Speaker Razjun, that gave the group of you your Amrigor.
Yes, that is correct.
But it seems now some of the more conservative parts of the Horde, them that think like Garrosh only in terms of strength of the physical and the might of the kill, they seem to think that the way that Razjun runs the Amrigor, to work with the spirits, to reflect the times of troubles we got, be doing it wrong. They think he disgraced the Amrigor. And I think they be forgetting who the first of his Amrigor students be, and the name you made for yourselves. I think if you go down there and remind them who the first born of that Amrigor was, they might be able to
He
reconsider.
wasn't.
Yes.
He's making things.
Because if no one steps in from
By the
my brother
by the time
Razjun's,
we get back, the castle will
aid.
be a mech.
he might be executed for weakening the Horde.
Or a Gundam.
That is a mech.
A
Yes.
Gundam is a mech,
That's
yes.
what a
I mean,
mech
yes.
is.
That is troublesome.
Technically a mecha, but you know.
Thank you for letting us know. We must. We should get back soon.
I don't like to see any of
The
my
difference
people
between
in
mech and
trouble.
mecha is form and function.
How far are we from the grounds?
A mech is a leg with a cockpit and guns.
You're about 4
a
hours.
mecha is a human, a very humanoid robot.
From the grounds?
Yeah, you're about 4 hours from the
So we're
top
probably
of the
best
valley.
off just going straight to the grounds.
Yeah, straight to the valley.
Okay.
I'll point on the map to the valley, point at us, and start heading out. Because goodbyes are for silly people.
Good luck. I suspect this be more than just about one troll's running the Amrigor. I think this runs deeper, and you might run straight into it.
You really think so?
I think this more be about the way the current war chief views anyone that isn't an orc. I think it'd be the fact that he's a troll, not that he changed the Amrigor.
All right. We will be going then.
Best of luck with your spirits watch over ya.
Yeah. Hey, that would gang.
So we're gonna head over to the Valley of Trills.
It's not the Valley of Trills, it's the Valley of Trials.
Yes, whatever.
The Valley of Trills is a lot harder to pronounce.
And they have a lot of freckles that go around their face and then down their neck.
Trills.
Yes,
They also
Trills.
have a lot of birds that like to trill.
I was thinking of the people that have slugs in their bellies.
I was thinking the act of trilling.
So, it took you guys about an hour's walk to get into Orgrimmar, and then you got most of an 8-hour ride. They had about an 8-hour ride to get to the Valley of to get to
Echo Island.
Echo Isles, and then about 4 hours to get to the Valley of Trials.
But then they also spent
They
some time
spent
in the
you
bar.
probably be reaching the valley at about the same time.
For plot convenience purposes.
Yeah. As you guys are getting close to the valley, you see a giant white wolf and a smaller white wolf running into the valley.
And a three-legged wolf, white wolf.
Black.
Three-legged
black
black
wolf.
Yeah,
Yes.
Aquila is black as night.
And riding along beside.
Don't be racist.
Aquila's edgy.
Thinking all the wolves are white.
Well, all the
Racist.
wolves were white because they were winter wolves. I assumed that Aquila was like,
There were a number of non-white wolves. They were not as common as the white
Okay.
wolves, but
Aquila is different and special and the best.
and edgy.
Mm-hmm. It's what makes her the best.
I mean, technically, all wolves are edgy. They have lots of edge.
Yeah, but like this one's extra edge.
How much would it take to do the auto
Anyway,
camera?
so we get the Trilia vials.
And once again, you find that sort of natural rock face that forms the archway of the valley, and then sort of the cliff that stands between it. You have to walk around and get back into the open clay dirt of the Valley of Trials.
Brick, I assume you heard.
Yes.
Hello.
Well, you're coming to investigate.
Same here. Same with us. Good thing we got here at the same time.
Let's go try to find Red June.
So we left Josh back at the forge.
It'll be fine.
We were kind of out when we heard about it, and we immediately left.
I pull out the model of the fort, point at it, look concerned, and then make exploding motions with my hands from the fort.
I'm sure it'll be in one piece. when we get
No. We engineered. So Josh thinks that the only reason we made that table was, to help creating things. It also has fire extinguishers built into it. If anything starts exploding, it should stop it.
What if the fire
I'm
extinguisher
sure he'll
explodes?
be
What if it's-
fine.
What if it's not fire-based?
It has a lot of precautions.
What if the fire
A lot of
extinguishers explode?
I am capable of that.
I just realized I told him not to touch that part. That means he's going to touch that part. That means they're going to explode.
We'll worry about that when we get back.
We'll worry about that when we get the contractors.
We got it.
Excellent.
I like that I thought of that when Leaf didn't.
Shall
He's
we?
too trusting.
Let's go find Red June.
We have more pressing matters. I'm sure the little goblin will be fine.
And if he's not, maybe he'll die.
If he's not, I can live with it. Let's go.
I mean,
Though he has been growing on me, like a fungus.
If you want, we can clean that off. Medicated bathwater.
It was a metaphor.
I know. It was a given.
Right. Jokes.
so you make your way in.
Yes.
Because some people find things other than stabbing other people funny.
I find stabbing people hilarious.
Some people find
Depending
things other
upon
than
the
that.
situation.
Right.
And
It's
other
good.
people are strange.
It's good to have variety.
I suppose if you're into that thing, sort of thing.
We'll have a conversation about being into that sort of thing later, I guess.
Wow. So,
Why is the 3 and the 2 next to each other on this D8 but not on this D8?
Because yours is
Because they're
special?
two different D8s.
Oh wait, they're both yours.
Is that like a,
See, it's like
The
2
2 and
and 3.
is that
Well,
spin
these are
down
the same.
D8? I mean,
like, yeah,
they're the
like,
same on this one.
like, look at these two.
next two.
3 and a 2, 3 and a 5?
3 and an 8 on this one. But that one's a 4.
No, because this is a
3,
3,
2.
5, 2. Oh,
3, 2, 3, 8.
Hmm.
2, 5, 5, 8. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter because it's randomized, but it's like,
Yeah. But like on 6-sided, there's a set way of doing
yeah.
it. Anyway.
So as you approach the den, which is the cave at the center of the valley where most of the people reside, to make their homes in the Valley of Trials, you find that there is almost a cordon of people that are sort of standing vigil by the entrance of the den, sort of facing out and just arms crossed, sort of staring out at anyone approaching.
Are these the men dressed like the Corcoran?
No, they're dressed like the civilians who live in the Valley of Trials. In fact, dead center of the line is Kaltunk, the orc that you first, that was most of your teachers throughout most of your time at the Valley of Trials. He's sort of standing at what is essentially a picket line at the entrance of the den.
As we get closer, I'll hop off the wolf and walk up. Kaltunk!
Ah, some of our more recent students. It's good to see you all.
You've come to see Razjun.
I suppose you might have. Well, he's inside if you wish to speak with him. We're more standing here to keep guard against the Corcoran.
Yes, we've heard they might be planning on coming out this way.
Have they moved yet, or?
Not that we know of, but we wouldn't know. We wouldn't receive word.
Let's go speak with Razjun and then we will join you.
The line of people sort of parts for you as you're allowed into the den.
Go inside.
So you step inside, and further into the cave you find there's a point at the back where there's a small fire burning, and inside you find sort of sitting by himself is spirit speaker Razjun once again, the face painted like a skull with the long pink hair tied into braids that run down the length of his back. And he sort of looks up at the group of you. Ah, my first task takers return. It'd be good to see all of you.
Spirit speaker, we came to check on you.
The people of the valley be doing a kind thing, trying to protect me. But I fear they'll only get themselves in harm's way.
Do you know what has caused all this?
I don't know who or why, but someone seems to have think that the way that I present the rigor be less than the way it should, that it don't test the recruits, the new members of the Horde.
Oh,
like
we know
it
the
should.
justification.
Well, I ask you what you think of your trial. Do you think it tested you?
Yes.
Yes.
Far more keenly than any simple combat would.
I think that the rigor ought to reflect the times. As things grow more hectic, more chaotic, the rigor must change as well.
How did this come up? Did they witness something? Or did someone complain?
Hard to say how it started, but the next thing I know, there was some orc overlord from Orgrimmar come down here to threaten me with his promise of the war chief's justice and his veiled threats and his not so veiled threats. I expect it won't be long till he decides to follow through.
Do you know what the orc's name was?
Some fool Corcoran in gold and black. That be the colors they wear though. So
Well, we have no little experience under our belts, having served the Horde and made a name for ourselves. We are, if nothing else, the embodiment of this way of doing the way of the Omragor is not a weaker way. So we will stand by you, Razjun.
I appreciate what you do for me. It'd be rare that a teacher sees the fruits of his lessons take root. But I see you're going to be strong and mighty warriors of the Horde.
Thanks to you.
thanks to everything you experienced, but I like to think that I gave you a good kick out the door, if nothing else.
Very much so.
If the Corcoran decide to march on this place, we will show them the true meaning of the honor of the Horde. A lesson I feel they perhaps need a reminder of.
Yes.
Let's go set up camp outside.
So you make your way back out.
And unless there's a wave of Corcoran coming in that just happened to get here while we were inside, probably set up a camp somewhere visible between the civilians and what will be the oncoming Corcoran.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, we step outside.
As we step outside,
500.
500 Corcoran. Well, okay, moving forward. All right.
Well,
Yep.
right.
well, as you are returning to the front line, you can hear a commotion beginning to gather,
Ah, good. They're timely.
and you can sort of hear the pounding of boots as a contingent of Corcoran is marching their way into the Valley of Trials.
Make sure I've got my banner on, my Sashimono on with its Horde and Soaring Fang.
Can we tell how many of them there are?
23.
Okay.
That's
Not like
nothing.
500.
Step out.
20, 30, yeah. Let's see.
Actually,
Five, yeah.
Leaf, do you have any charcoal?
Each take like 5 to 7 of them.
Charcoal and black paint.
I imagine
She has black paint with her.
Thank you. I'm gonna very quickly put on some Hellscream war paint. Since I'm looking since I look like a Hellscream warrior, I might as well paint myself like a Hellscream warrior. Very quickly put on some Hellscream war paint before stepping out, and hopefully with everyone else following suit, putting ourselves between the civilians and the Corcoran.
So, as you make your way out, the Corcoran troops sort of march up and form
just in advance as well. I'm going to go ahead and thaumaturgy. As soon as you want to say anything, it's going to be booming.
Cool. Does that include screams?
It just
And we're
says
all
that it
down.
makes your voice echo and carry.
Okay.
So,
William, rules question.
The Hellscream is already heard to a distance of 300 feet. It's just
So
a magical effect only applies to 30 feet.
Okay, so it just makes it even louder.
It
All right.
goes for more proper.
no, now it's just because we're in the middle of it, like an empty plain, right?
Yeah. Well, it's a valley, but yeah.
Now it's going to echo anyway.
Echo throughout the valley.
And it's just going to echo off of absolutely nothing.
You added reverb.
Yes. It sounds more dramatic.
Everyone can go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Yeah,
Ooh, I can perceive things. Why don't I talk to the Corcoran?
I can't.
because you can't talk.
I mean, you may have to talk to the Corcoran if something goes horribly
Why
wrong.
did I look at my phone to roll perception?
I don't know.
I'm not thinking.
You're not perceiving.
18.
I rolled the
18.
Critical Role logo.
Which is natural 20.
Yeah.
12.
So this is a group of about 30 or 40 Corcoran, 20 or 30. And most of them are wearing sort of either the standard Corcoran red, black, and gold, or a couple variations. Some are wearing the black and red of the more advanced forces of the Corcoran. But as the group sort of forms a semicircle around the outside of the den, where your group is forming another semicircle in front of the den, as they pull up to a halt, and one of the one who seems to be the one in charge begins to step forward, a bald-faced orc of a strong jaw and an eye patch over his left eye, wearing some of the black and gold, with a large great axe in his main hand, begins to step forward. What you notice beside him, one of the Korkron seems surprised to see the group of you, sort of recognizing you as one of the ones wearing red and black, with a sort of very long, lengthy single braid that sort of stretches down from his chin. And you recognize him as Overlord Orberok, the one who you served under during your time in the war in Stone Talon Mountains.
Mm.
And he's
Is he the guy that kicked the other guy out the window?
no, oh yes, no. He was the one. He was the one you went north with
Okay.
after the battle.
Okay.
After the battle at the keep.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to step up so that I'm sort of meeting the guy that's stepping ahead. How much is he, bigger or smaller than me?
Not quite as big as you are, but
Okay.
he's still big.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll sort of flank you off to the side.
Yeah, I want to step up to meet him.
So he sort of steps forward and stops short as you come to approach him. I'm Commander Agtraz of the Korkron. I'm here to speak with Razjun.
I'll pointedly look from him up towards the rest of the Korkron, look back down, and power play. I'm just gonna hell scream, just to establish, trying to alpha
You're
dog
trying
him.
to assert dominance.
Yeah, I'm trying to alpha dog him and the Korkron at the moment.
Go ahead and roll me an intimidation check while I roll.
Do I get advantage for the echoing reverb? Of the
Sure,
hell
I'll
scream?
say he's helping.
Leaf is a very supportive character. Especially when it involves
Natural
word
20.
violence.
Natural 20 makes it a 26.
Threats of violence are a perfectly fine way to avoid violence.
They are.
And that's the orcish pacifist.
So you see almost the entirety of the Korkron line take an involuntary step back. The notable exceptions being Orberok and this person in front of you.
So, after unleashing the scream, I'll look back down at him. For someone wishing to talk, you certainly brought a lot of cowards.
And who are you to stand in my way?
Garrick Cloudspeaker of the Soaring Fang. And we were the first, weren't we?
You were the very first.
Yeah. And the first to pass the Omragor under Spirit Speaker Razjun.
He sort of looks just, there's a slight incline of the head because he has to look barely up to look into your eyes.
Doesn't matter.
And so you would stand in his defense.
I would. As a reminder, both to the diversity and the honor of the Horde.
Someone born of his weak trials could never prove the honor of the Horde.
I was born.
He dies.
I was born of the fires of war. I served under Grom Hellscream as we broke free of our
Internment camps.
thank you, internment camps and rode the waves to Kalimdor.
It's at this point that Orberok sort of steps up behind him. This group served under me in the war in the Stone Talon Mountains. They have proved themselves more than once. If you would test the efficacy of Razjun's Omragor, maybe they should just prove it again.
I will also note that it was us that brought the Dragon Maw clan back into the Horde. If you wish to question our valor, then you can question your war chief who oversaw it.
It's by the word of our war chief that we come to perform this conversation.
Perform this conversation.
That's definitely a phrase you use when you're doing exactly what they're doing.
Nice.
You can
Conversation.
easily interpose conversation with interrogation here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what he doesn't want to say conversation. He's trying to be polite.
Troll's gonna walk up, look at the group, pull out his spear, mime shanking a man, then mime roasting it, and then mime eating it.
I'm really sorry for this. Shiana will turn to him. Go for it.
Not yet.
Agtraw sort of looks over his shoulder at Orborok. You would vouch for them? He sort of nods. I would. Very well. Then let them prove it. He sort of whistles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 more of the Korkron sort of step up behind him. Very well. If you can best us in combat, then we'll consider this settled.
I'll look over at the group. You may wish to pick a different Korkron. That one pissed himself.
The one in question just sort of grips a great sword and just glares at you.
Troll will step up front, pulling out his spear. I should probably roll for what on earth my daggers.
What your daggers are hiding you today?
reach back, pull out the greatsword, or pull out the full blade.
Yep.
And then just sort of let my enchanted chain hang from one arm, just in case.
That's frustrating.
What?
Did you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
That's just upsetting.
I find it highly amusing.
Brain Age did a thing like that.
Yeah, no, it's
like what?
it's a repeated like
Yeah,
mental
thing.
like
Yeah.
mental tester. Like
Yes.
it's not new, but it's
No,
upsetting.
Show the camera. You have
They
to hold
call
it closer.
Let me see if
tap all instances of the word red.
Yeah.
yeah, they can't really see it. It's just too bright, but
To clarify,
Yellow in the yellow.
we have 4 different colors of marker and 4 different names of colors written down.
they don't match.
Yeah.
Blue is
Yeah,
written
not
in
quite.
green, red is written in blue, black is written in red, and green is written in black.
I need that to track initiative. I'm just gonna get rid of that so it stops frustrating me real quick.
Asha
Yes,
will
we've got the Korkron at a disadvantage.
rub away the sin.
Thanks, I hate it.
All right, so if we want to roll initiative real quick.
I'm at negative 736.
I mean, yeah, it's accounting for travel time. That makes sense.
Just like, ooh, there's a fight. Hang on. The castle takes off. Like the workers from the Echo Isle are getting there just in time to watch the castle lift off from the ground. Or they keep lift off from the ground.
Goblin is secretly a Terran.
Goblin has implemented
To be
Terran.
fair, crashing a rocket castle into someone would be a very effective form of attack.
It's like dropping an Acropolis. On
I mean,
something.
we are
Not necessarily an efficient form of attack, but certainly an effective form.
I
of
said
attack.
effective.
we are the Soaring Fang, so our keep should fly. Just saying. Get that repulsor technology going.
All right.
Mug a gnome for his anti-gravity stuff. Just like while we're off doing this, Josh is having his own adventure. It's like, hey, gnome, I think you made anti-grav stuff. Shank. Give it.
25 to 20.
Oh, 24.
No, he wouldn't shank him. He'd just, throw glitter in his face and take it all while he's distracted.
And shiny powder. That's in my eyes.
20 to 15.
19.
15. You jerk off with this on your hand. You have a bedazzled dick.
15 to 10.
12.
12.
Hey, the dice curse did not.
And what did you have?
8.
The
Okay.
dice curse is at you. I need to show you, by the way. We have a new. We hit 15 subs on Twitch. Woo! Which means we unlocked a second. We unlocked a second emote slot. So our next emote, which will be coming as soon as I get home and get it, is going to be a dice curse emote.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I've seen it.
All right. Let's shank people who think they made good life choices.
It's a camel.
I think only 2 of these individuals think they have made good life choices. Maybe only one of them.
I mean, Orberok knows he's made good life choices because he's not getting in your way right now.
Wump wump.
I'm sure someone can say a specific type.
Wait, was Orbrock one of the ones fighting or not?
No, he's not. He's very specifically not.
One person thinks he's made good life choices.
One person has definitely made good life choices.
No, other people fighting us.
Yeah,
One
Yeah,
person
people
thinks-
fighting us. One person thinks he's made good life choices.
Yeah.
The others
You'll-
stepped back when I screamed.
Now, when they say best them, knock them out, kill them,
Knock them
shish
out.
kebab them.
We're not here to kill Corcoran. We're here to stop Corcoran.
Let's see how well the troll interpreted that.
I can finally use hold person! We're finally fighting humanoids!
Yes, you are. You are indeed fighting humanoids. You can definitely hold people.
Hold person! Yes! Love me some hold person.
Hold people would be an amazing spell.
You should definitely. I mean, mass hold person, probably a nice little spell. Yeah.
You can just cast hold person at a higher level to hold more people.
That's true.
Wait,
that's
what?
right. You can. That's right. The higher the level you cast the spell, the more people it targets.
Yeah. And you can target one additional target within 30 feet
Time to hold 3 people.
for
Donna.
for each level you cast it above second.
Yeah, that's right.
Person is what?
It's second
That's
level.
on second? Oh,
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, 4.
There's a reason it is one of the must-have cleric spells.
It really is.
Like, there are 2 must-have
It's-
cleric
it's-
spells. Heal
So yeah, if you hold person 3 people, we have 3 melee-oriented attackers here.
Well,
No, the 3 melee-oriented
she
attackers.
takes out the people who are held because she shanks for a lot.
Yeah.
I
I-
smite for a lot.
I see if
No,
I can
the
hold
2 of us
leader.
take on the people who are still active.
Alright.
Are we doing 1-on-1 or are just
Oh, no,
all
it's
five
fine.
of us?
It's 5 on 5.
5 on 5.
Okay.
So it's
Alright,
a
no.
skirmish.
If it was one-on-one, I'd die.
It's
Okay.
it's team skirmish.
I would not agree to those rules.
No, you just hold person until one of us, the other one was finished and came over and clapped him back in the head.
I mean, true.
Shall we begin this melee?
Slaughter, melee, whatever.
Melee. So,
Super smash! Wait, oh, sorry. Wrong melee.
Super Smash Corcoran.
Well, I played Corcoran.
I played Brawl more than I played Melee, so it's a Brawl.
Oh, yes, but there's no items as well. And hopefully no tripping.
I mean, for all no items.
Yes, but no tripping. We're all had tripping anyway.
I mean, yeah.
so Shiana, you're up first.
Okay. 5 people. Is one of them the guy that was like leading them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for him. With my stabby shank claws.
Okay.
Is there any way I can sneak attack him?
Not at the moment.
I was
no.
standing
Oh
right
yeah,
next to
you're
him.
next to him. Yeah. So
You
yeah.
have an ally in melee, yes.
Yeah, you do have an ally in melee.
Awesome. I really need a new character sheet. I say that every time.
You
Okay.
should print out the character sheet.
Does 21 hit him?
I hope so.
Yes.
If it doesn't, we're in trouble.
So I'm trying to read my character sheet and
What's our proficiency bonus right now?
4.
Still. It goes up to 5 at some point. I don't know.
Next one.
Next level?
I
12.
thought that was higher.
Is it 12 or 13?
I think it's
I thought it was higher than that. Whatever.
No, because we're reaching into the spot where it's plus 5 for a bit, and then it goes to plus 6 at 17.
Yeah.
I think. 16 or 17.
What do you?
So while that's happening, Brick, what are you doing on your turn?
Oh, okay.
Activating a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
First round prep.
Yep. I'm activating Mark of the Worgen at. Oh, actually, I wouldn't be able to do that now. Worgen at a 7th level. So.
Okay.
And I think that'll be it. Yep.
Right, you guys level 13, yeah.
Yeah, it's 5th, but I can use it at a higher level. So,
Oh wait, no, at the levels that you can cast at though, because you only cast at 6th level spells, can't you? Because you're level 11.
I think. Okay, yeah, you're right. So yeah, just 5 then.
Level, you can cast at level 6, just not at 7.
Yeah, but it needs 2.
Oh, it needs 7 to get the next upgrade? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so just 5.
Yeah, so 5.
Yep, that'll be it.
Nothing else in your turn? Okay. So what are you up to, Garrett?
42.
First, seeing
Good.
what happened there.
42 damage happened there.
Then stepping to flank. So shifting sun flanking with Shona. And I'm going to smash this dude in the face. Because hopefully, if we knock out the leader quickly, then the others might just stop.
Actually, at the end of your turn, Brick,
I
after
feel like
having...
if we knock out the leaders fast enough, at the very least, I'll have some pretty serious advantage on casting fear on them.
At the end of your turn, Brick, using 2 of his legendary actions, he sort of brings his great axe up and just drags it across his left hand and raises it into the air, and there is this pulse of blackness that sort of rushes out. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, spirit save.
Oops.
Es ist dort.
Okay. 14.
You are frightened until the end of his next turn.
Hang on. I'm trying to think of what all these abilities do.
Did you get your +2 from Paladin?
Yeah, I got the +2. I rolled. I rolled a 7.
I'm fairly sure Paladins are susceptible to fear.
Yeah, I'm just double checking because there's some abilities here that I keep forgetting what to do.
There's someone gets an aura that prevents frightening, but I don't think it's.
I have Aura of Courage. Hang on. I might not be able to be feared.
I think you should get advantage on saving throws versus fear.
Aura of Courage. I can't be frightened.
Okay.
You and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you can't be frightened.
Sweet.
Well, he's learned something new.
So, that was it. Aura of Courage was the thing I was trying to look up.
He's
So-
gonna learn.
So he tries to fear me. I just stare at him, and then I step, and I'm going to bring the full blade across his face with advantage. You shouldn't spend your time attacking. 21.
Yes.
Six. 17 slashing, 6 radiant damage. And second attack. That's going to be a hit, but not a crit. I'm going to... What does Branding Smite do? Yeah.
Well, you also have to cast it before you make the attack.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to Smite, but
Just use your.
I'll just use regular Divine Smite. Level 3 Divine Smite. So level 3 Divine Smite is 2, 3, 4. So okay, so that's 5d8 radiant and 2d8 slashing.
And the troll did try to position himself up front at the beginning of this fight, I mentioned. So. Try to distract the ads.
12. 17 slashing. 8 plus 3, 11. 20 radiant. So 17 slashing, 20 radiant on that second.
You just add it together for me because he's not resistant to any of it.
No, well,
37.
there. Bam, bam. That's my turn. Actually, I should have done it at the beginning. I'll wait till next time, so I'm not holding it up.
At the end of your turn, since you just step to his side to try and flank with Shiana, you'll use another of his legendary actions and command the soldier next to him to take a swing at you, which you will do with advantage. Because he told me to. Does 19 hit you?
That's exactly my AC.
Okay. So you take 9 slashing damage.
Oh.
The horror.
The target.
I think you do.
He nicked me.
Come at me, Corcron. I threatened to eat you.
You did. So, at the start of the round, first we're going to deal with the Warlord, who's going to make 2 attacks at you, Garrett. 23 and 23.
Both hit.
It's going to be 13 slashing damage and 14 slashing damage.
9 plus 13 is 22. Plus 14.
36.
36. And then with the rest of them, we're also going to make 2 attacks each. So 2 of them are going after Shiona.
I'd rather they didn't.
And then the other 2 are going after Jang. One's 10, which I'm assuming misses you.
Yes.
And the other one is natural 20.
That would hit, yes.
I would recommend using your uncanny dodge.
I'm going to take half damage.
Especially because that would be 23 points of slashing damage.
I will take half damage. Uncanny dodge, whatever.
So
Uncannily dodge.
Halved to 11.
Like the sword's coming in at your face, and you just like juke to the left at just the last minute, so it just draws a line across your cheek and cuts some of your hair.
And the other guy. Only the 20 total is going to hit you on the second guy, which will be 12 slashing damage on the other attack that hits
On
you.
that one? Okay.
And then the other 2 that are attacking Jack. I'm assuming 20 hits you and 15 does not.
Yes.
And then 16 probably doesn't hit you, but 24 probably does.
Now, okay, so the 20 came before the 24, yes.
Yes.
This one.
So you take 8 points of slashing damage and 11 points of slashing damage.
Sure, let's use my shield to blast one of those people who hit me.
Okay. It's a strength save.
I thought it was just did damage to them.
I think the strength save would be pushed back.
No, I thought it did electrical damage, or is it to push back?
Did you not write down what it does?
It was Shield of Retribution, right? Yeah, mouse, stop being weird.
Because if it pushes people back, I don't want to push people. Well, if they're on me, I kind of do want to push them back so I can.
Yeah, I believe it's blurred. I can't find the magic item again,
You
but
believe it's blurred, you say.
Okay.
I believe it's a 3d8 force damage, strength save for half, and if they fail the strength save,
Sure.
they're also pushed back 10.
So yeah, blast one of those fools.
I will look it up for you.
But
Unless it's a homebrew magic.
I believe it's a regular one, but it might just be homebrew from D&D from D&D Beyond.
Well,
Yes.
I'll go ahead and roll the damage, and we'll fix it if we need to in post, right?
I believe it was a DC like 14 or 15 save, and he failed that.
It's 11 damage.
Cool. So he takes 11 points of force damage and is pushed back.
All right.
That's going to be their turns. Jang, you're up.
This goes with your with that one.
All right. I am going to.
It's on our default.
How many of the orcs are next to each other? Are the two next to her next to each other?
Yeah.
Are they potentially next to the commander at all or not?
One of them is. The other one's not.
Well, I'm going to go see if I can get their attention.
And you basically got like a battle line drawn up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the commander in the center.
I'm going to rush up to one of them. I'm sure I'll take an attack of opportunity.
You push the one guy back, but the other one is still adjacent to you, so
He can swing at me. I really don't care.
it's a natural 20.
Okay.
Not that great of a damage roll, though, so that's going to be 15 points of slashing damage.
All right. Cool. So move away from him. Rush over, flanking, all that sort of stuff. If I use a sting and then I hit 2 people with the same attack, I'm assuming it only affects the main target.
Yeah, it would be if you have something that deals splash damage with a single attack.
No, I have Carving Strike, which lets me use my attack to hit 2 people at once.
Yeah, it would only affect your initial target.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to use Wyvern Sting and Carving Strike.
Okay.
To attack these 2 people. So my primary target, I'm flanking with Shiana for this guy, right?
Yep.
I am so glad because that was a 2 on the dice. And that's a 16 on the dice. So 23.
That'll hit.
He gets to make a spirit saving throw.
And what's the DC? It doesn't matter, he failed it.
Perfect.
He rolled a 4 on the dice.
Nice.
And he takes a moderate amount of 10 damage.
10 damage. And he's paralyzed.
And he's paralyzed for the next 2 rounds, unless something hits him. And then the guy next to him. Am I flanking him by chance?
Not quite.
Okay. Does a 15 hit?
Just barely misses.
Okay. Alright, my second attack will be directly at him then,
Okay.
because the other guy's paralyzed for the moment. That's another 24 to hit,
That'll hit.
and he takes 13 damage
Alright.
as I stab him. And then I'm trying to draw his attention as much as possible. Snack Friend is going to coil up from around my legs and strike at him.
That'll get his attention.
And thankfully his attack is way higher than mine. But a 14 still misses.
Probably yes.
Yes. So Snake Friend misses.
Alright.
But Snake Friend attacked him and hissed
Yep.
heavily before flying up above.
Okay.
And that's a twine.
At the end of your turn, the warlord's gonna use a legendary action and attack Garrett. That's a natural 20.
Alright.
This is gonna be painful.
That's fine. I have a lot of meat.
Especially because he's an orc, so he gets to do this. So that is 32 points of slashing damage.
I'm fine.
Leaf.
I need.
I've taken 68 points of damage out of my 103 hit points.
Yikes.
So you're the most wounded right now.
Yeah,
Pretty-
by a
pretty bad.
lot.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hold person on the leader and who else is next to him? Are there 2 people next to him?
Yeah, they're exactly, because the one on his left and the one on his right are both.
If this goes well, you're going to be surrounded by 3 paralyzed people right
Sweet.
pretty soon. They need to make will saves. Wisdom saves. Spirit saves. Whatever.
So, that's going to be for Warlord.
And DC 15.
Well, the two guys failed. The Warlord would have failed. He's going to use one of his Indomitables. And we'll... Is it 15?
Yeah.
We'll just barely succeed on the reroll.
The Warlord's not paralyzed from the sting?
Nope, the other guy was paralyzed.
Okay.
So you got one paralyzed and two held.
Holding is also paralysis.
Yeah, holding is also paralysis.
So there's
Right.
3 folks that are paralyzed right now.
Only one of whom will wake up when you hit him.
And you have
I have lay on hands.
lay on hands and everything?
Yeah, I got 55 points of lay on hands I can pour to myself.
Yeah.
That just takes my whole action.
Yes. So since you're going to heal yourself, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on you. So you can take a turn to heal yourself and not get, your teeth kicked in while you're doing it.
That'd be great.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright, so at the end of your turn, he's going to use the legendary action to try and hit him anyway. So first, the spirit save to see if he can swing.
Yep.
What's your DC?
15.
They rolled an 18 on the dice.
Darn.
So, attack. 16 misses, though.
Yeah.
So he doesn't meditate you anyway.
3 paralyzed.
Cool.
Not the Warlord, though.
The Warlord used an ability to try to negate it and succeeded on the save.
Which 3 did you paralyze? I'm assuming the 3 that weren't paralyzed, actually.
I paralyzed the 2 that were on Derek because he got hit real hard.
He targeted the Warlord and the 2 adjacent to him, neither of which were paralyzed. So you got the one on the far side who's paralyzed.
There weren't 2 on Garrick. There were 2 on me and 2 on
They've
Shiana.
got a battle line. They can
It's
it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a line basically. So the two that are attacking Shiana and you, the one on the left is also adjacent to the Warlord. He's the one that got just whole person. The one on the right that you hit with the sting is the one that's paralyzed by your sting.
But there were 2 people who were attacking me.
Who are the ones left of the Warlord.
So look at all.
Okay, I got you. So the 2 that were
So
on...
basically, the 4.
So the 2 that were on me, and the one...
The one guy on the farthest left is the only, and the Warlord are the only 2 that are paralyzed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The one immediately to the left of the Warlord and the 2 to the right of the Warlord are both paralyzed.
All right.
The farthest right one is the one you paralyzed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Shiana, it's back to you.
Right?
So yeah,
Is,
One of them
he's
just
still
got
standing,
stung.
right?
Yep.
2 of them are... Seeing as it's
Okay.
a holy light spell, they're probably just sitting there literally seeing
Hit
stars.
him again.
They're encased in light.
Well, basically as you cast this
You have
spell,
advantage to attack the Warlord.
and as you bring your hands up and clench them, these chains made of light reach out and sort of clasp onto their arms and just hold them in place. And as they lock down, their entire bodies lock up as if they're being held.
Excellent.
Does 24 hit?
The Warlord?
Yes.
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 And you still get sneak attack because I'm still right next to him.
Alright.
Excuse me.
I like how you coughed so hard the lights flickered.
Yeah, I saw that.
I am secretly the avatar of this household, so when I am ill, the house is ill.
That is concerning.
That's distressing on a number of levels.
Alright.
So what you're saying is... Excellent.
44.
All right.
I'm assuming he takes a legendary action.
We'll use his third and final legendary action
And rolls a 1.
to take a swing at you, because you just hit him for a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That was the point.
That'll be a natural 20. He's rolling a lot of natural 20s.
Good thing you still have uncanny dodge.
Oh, and then his fury. Ow.
Orcish Fury is much for short rest.
No, he's got the brutal critical. The orcish extra die on the crits.
Yeah, that's one's probably rest.
No, it's not. You're thinking of the feat. When you just make a regular attack, you can roll an extra die. The brutal critical thing is something that all orcs have. Is when you crit, you roll an extra die.
Did you need me to roll something?
No.
Sorry, you were pointing at me. I wasn't sure.
Damage you're taking.
Okay.
34 points of slashing damage.
That's 17.
Yeah, that's why Orc Barbarians are so good, is they all have an extra die of brutal critical. And that'll be his legendary action. Brick, you're up.
All right. So who has how many on them? You said.
There's a line of 5, which means that theoretically Garrick has 3 on him, but the 2 on the sides are paralyzed.
We don't have brutal critical.
Yeah, you do.
We have Orcish Fury. Savage Attacker is Savage Attacker is the feat.
No, Savage Attacker is the Draenei is the orc.
Savage Attacker, once per turn, when you roll damage for a melee weapon attack, you can re-roll the weapon's damage and use either total.
That's
what Savage
not
Attacker
what
is.
that is supposed to be.
Well, you've got Orcish Fury, which is once per turn you can roll an extra damage dice whenever. You don't have brutal critical.
Half orc race. It's called Savage Attacks. When you score a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, you can roll one of the weapon's damage dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage of the critical hit.
Was that on the orc race
That is on the Dran orc. That is specifically the green orcs. That is specifically the Duratar orcs get the Savage Attacks.
Huh. I didn't put that in, or maybe I did. And I'm just reading that wrong. Never mind. I may have not been rolling the correct amount of dice whenever I crit.
Because the Mag'har get the Call of the Spirits and the Black Rocks get fire resistance.
Okay. I haven't been rolling the right amount of dice then.
You basically, Duratar orcs have one barbarian brutal critical, basically.
Okay, never mind then. I was wrong.
So what do you have to, Brick?
Okay, so we have 3 on him.
And then, basically, Shiana and Garrick are within reach of 3, but 2 of the 3 on both of them are paralyzed.
There's only one grunt still moving at the second.
And it's the one that he pushed back with his shield.
Okay.
So,
I'll go after that one.
all right.
Pound him to the dirt.
He's already injured, so.
The troll shoved him back with his shield. He's like, "What's going on?"
20
And his
21
torrent
to
comes
hit.
over and just
21 will hit, yeah.
All right.
No, the torrent has a halberd covered in runes.
15.
15 damage, nice.
15 damage. And I will. What was it called again? And I will use a rune of pounding surf to attack again.
Is he prone?
Attack twice. No, he's not like, he's just pushed back, he's not knocked prone.
Okay.
And that is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 18 damage.
18.
Are you adding your strength?
21.
21.
Well, wisdom for you.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah. 26. You said
21 damage.
21 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have another attack from Pounding Surf.
Do I?
Because Pounding Surf is 2 extra attacks.
Oh, really? All right.
Ooh.
I think he's dead.
That's a natural 20.
Probably going out. Are you aiming to kill or just knock out?
Knockout.
Okay.
Who is this that you
One
just
of the-
knocked out?
The one who's
The
still
other
moving.
grunt.
Okay.
So we just double what we rolled.
Yeah, double your dice.
Okay, so that's.
How sturdy is the Gerald?
23.
He's bloodied. Oh yeah, he's out.
Do I want to take the time to heal myself, or do I want to see if I can end it now?
You will be breaking the sanctuary as well on you.
Yeah.
So, because he can.
Not that that's mattered, because he succeeded.
He doesn't have any more legendary actions, so he can't try again right now.
Like, because here's the thing: if he tries and fails, he has to burn another legendary action. And burning legendary actions means I can hold person him.
Yeah.
So, how many hit points do you have left?
He doesn't have legendary resistances. He has Indomitable.
103 minus 68.
You may want to heal yourself.
Yeah, I done a 40.
Garrick, it's your turn.
Yes.
If he gets another crit, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Although he's rolled.
I'm the hardest to hit, but that hasn't mattered.
Yeah, he's rolled 4.
You're not-
AC's 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm the hardest to hit. It's just,
No.
What's your AC?
He needs to attack me. The same AC,
Also,
way more hit points.
If you heal yourself, I can heal Shiana and
Yeah.
just put my full effort into that instead of having to heal you.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay on hands for 55 hit points.
Just give yourself a pat on the back.
As whole person at the end of each of their turns, they can make another save.
End of each of their
At the end of
turns.
their turns.
Yeah.
55.
Because it has been their whole turn trying to break free.
So that takes me down to 13 damage that I've taken. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to apply elemental weapon to my sword.
Okay.
We're going to go with thunder.
So the wind begins to swirl around the edge of your blade.
As I sort of draw the blade back, and as I draw it back past my hand, just wind begins to surround it.
Yo, Clouds, mind giving me an awesome weapon? Awesome.
So, end of your turn, it's now the Corporon's turn. He gets legendary actions back. Let's go ahead and roll for the 2 that get to try and break out right now. What was your DC?
DC 15.
One of them succeeds.
Wasn't it 3 people trying to break out?
No, the third one is from your sting. He doesn't get to save. He just stays there for 2 turns.
Right.
Or until someone hits him.
Yeah.
So one breaks free at the end of their turn, but then the Warlord is going to... Yui has a chance of not being able to take a swing at, so he's going to go for the Rogue.
That was the other thing.
Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Okay. I'm assuming, however, a 27 hits you.
It would, yes.
So that will be 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
You want to uncanny dodge that?
Yes.
9 points of slashing damage.
He's the only one who gets to act this turn because the other guys were paralyzed until just one of them just broke free. Jagatal.
I don't like this person focusing on my buds. Can I flank him?
With the guys who are paralyzed not being able to try and prevent you, yes.
I'm going to move into flank, and I'm going to all kinds of violent strike this dude with my
Alright.
spear.
All right.
Well, technically, the one guy did just escape, so he could make an attack.
He's on the wrong side to try and stop it.
Nice.
And I think we're going all in on damage because apparently this guy's ability to avoid paralyzation. If that's what I've learned.
He just had a good save throw, but
He has an ability to
Yeah.
reattempt saving throws.
I'm gonna use my ability that doesn't need saving throws and poison the snickerdoodles out of him. Poison him so hard that cinnamon-based baked goods will come out of his body.
that would be incredibly dangerous, yes. It's this rare disease that converts your bodily flesh into snickerdoodles.
23 to hit.
Android 21.
That would be highly unpleasant.
What was that?
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Good. I need to roll this die a lot of times. 2, 9,
I don't have the chat pulled up, so if anyone's saying anything is wrong with the stream, I'm not seeing it.
15,
I don't have it pulled up either.
20,
Somebody sure I have pulled up.
22.
Problem is this computer is very slow and has trouble keeping multiple things up at a time.
That's 31 damage in
Ow.
exchange for all of my focus points.
Ow!
And then I'm going to growl loudly as I shank him again. 20. Does 20 hit?
20 hits.
All right. This one is not going to be nearly as impressive. Oh, I forgot he has to make a Constitution save.
For half of the poison, or?
Yeah, for half of the poison.
It looks so fat on camera.
That's a 14.
Yeah, that saves.
Okay, so how much does he shave off?
What level are we?
11.
11? Okay. He takes 5 damage then. He takes half.
Takes 5 of it. Okay.
And then my next attack deals 11 damage.
Okay.
And then Snack Friend is going to swoop down from above and nom nom nom.
Where he's being attacked by the animals.
Snack Friend has decided this is just not his fight. I don't believe a 15 is going to hit.
15 misses, yes.
Snack Friend's just going to go back up where he came from.
Alright.
And I am just...
You gotta push her down. Yeah.
I'm going to do the best I can to interpose myself between him and Shiana.
Well, if you're flanking, that's a bit of a problem.
Well, I can finish moving now.
Yeah.
I moved in, stanked, and then I'm moving around being like, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
Look at me from a target.
So, at the end of your turn,
Oh, Snake Friend was flanking, technically, wasn't he?
yeah, roll for advantage.
Ha! No.
Okay.
That was worse than the first roll.
At the end of your turn, he will issue a command to the one who just broke his paralysis, who is going to run up to Leaf and attack the healer with advantage. I believe
How would he have advantage? Leaf isn't in combat with anybody else.
because that is the point of the
Because-
command ally
Oh,
ability.
okay.
They make the attack with advantage.
Ability.
I'm assuming a 23 will hit you.
Taking 10 off of that would have hit me.
Get back here.
He's not a frontliner, Leaf.
Not really. I mean, I do have a decent hit point pool. So,
What are your
How
hit
much
points?
do you have a decent con
70.
save?
70?
it's decent for what I am. For,
More than I have.
for a half priest, half tinker.
Or, half my HP pool.
You take
Yes.
you take
12 more than
14
mine.
points of slashing damage, and then make me a concentration check.
Remember, you know what? You get a +2 to your con save because you're within my aura.
Yes.
Is he? Because it's a 10-foot aura.
It increased.
No, it doesn't increase. The sword size doesn't increase to like 18th level.
That's on courage.
I mean, what? I'd
Auras
probably...
increase it.
Again, you said
Just
it's a
make
battle
your say.
line. You
Make
said it would be a battle line. I'd probably be like 10 feet behind you, so... Because I don't want to be far. I want to be able to rush up to heal people. I am within healing distance.
Yeah. So you're probably still close enough to benefit.
Doesn't matter.
It's your roll a natural 1. So the whole person fades.
Doesn't matter. I was going to recast it anyway.
Oh, no, it is
Gives
a-
me an
I
excuse.
thought it increased earlier than that.
I thought most paladin auras increase at 18th level.
It looks like all the auras increase at 18th level, even the ones you get at 6th level.
Yeah.
But 10 foot, so.
Yeah. Then it goes to 30 feet at 18th level, so that's
Yeah.
a big aura
Is
increase.
he within 30 feet of the commander?
Is
Who?
the guy that just
The guy who
attacked
just
you?
tried to stab me.
You
Yes.
have to be.
Excellent.
Yes.
That means I can hit him.
Now it is your turn. So
Awesome.
Whole person.
Yeah. That's whole person on the commander, the guy who just escaped from having it broken, and the guy who just broke it.
okay. So those three again. Purple one is the commander. What was your DC?
15.
15. Well, the guy who attacked you rolls a natural 20.
Darn.
The other guy fails. The commander would fail, going to use another use of Indomitable.
Fails.
Only a 13. He's paralyzed.
Good.
Don't test my tenacity. And healing word on Shiana.
Thank you. What is that doing?
That's going to be...
That can only be up to 2nd level.
Yes.
Because you already cast a spell this turn.
Any little bit would help. I have uncanny dodge.
Well, that sucks.
That's a little bit.
Good thing it doesn't worry about the dice amounts very much.
Yeah, your healing as a holy cleric is a holy priest is much better even than the dice.
4.
Yeah.
That's 9 hit points. It's better than nothing.
That's fine.
I mean, 9 off of a roll of 2 on the die, so.
Yeah, because it's the spell's level gets added to it on top of your
Level plus 2.
level. So that'd be +4 plus your spirit mod. Don't forget to add your spirit mod to it.
It doesn't add my spirit mod.
Healing word should add your spirit.
Yeah, no, it
Oh,
does.
no, healing word does. Healing word. I was thinking about the blessed healer feat.
Yeah,
that
so
might
he's
get
adding
that.
he's adding 7. 2 plus 7 is 9.
Oh, right. Your spirit mod's only. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, spirit mod plus spell level plus 2 plus 2d4.
What's your spirit mod?
3. 3.
Okay, yeah, that's nine. I was just like, wait a minute.
4 plus 3 plus 2. That's
Yeah.
9.
Yes. His turn's now.
All right.
Shadows.
At the end of your turn, he's going to command that guy to hit you again.
He's paralyzed.
Nope. The guy that. Oh yeah,
He's
you can't use
paralyzed.
legendary-
Paralyzed.
Command's paralyzed. Can't use legendary actions.
Nope.
Shiana, it's your
He can
turn.
get fucked. What he
Okay.
can do.
He's still standing.
Yep.
He's paralyzed now, though.
Which means you're going to hurt him a lot.
Which means you
Yes.
auto crit if you hit him, and you have advantage to attack him.
Okay. Alright. 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Auto crit.
It auto crits.
Yeah.
Because he's paralyzed.
So do I double my damage?
You
then?
double your
Double your
dice
dice.
and you add because
And
you're
add an extra one.
you add an extra one of your main dice.
The extra one is not doubled.
Yeah.
It's just an extra die.
So you double your dice and then you add 1 extra.
Because he's just standing there completely
And I'll let you guys
zoned
figure it
out, held down by giant chains.
Yeah, these massive chains of light had just reached up and grabbed him by the arms and pulled his arms down, and then he freezes there.
Many much numbers.
Brick, what are you up to on your turn?
Probably gonna go after the one that's after Lee.
Okay.
Would I be flanking him?
Yeah, if you follow up behind him, you'd be flanking him.
Ooh. Mm. That's bad. 3 and a 4.
Yeah.
89.
89.
That's a number.
I think that hurts.
Please tell me he's down.
No, it
How do you want to
doesn't
do
hurt.
this?
Yes.
I'm not killing him, right?
If you want to, you can. I mean, it's up to you.
Do what you want.
It's
He's just standing there.
You are
Well,
you
not
are the
even
one in
standing
control
there,
of your own
on his
body.
knees.
I'm not killing him.
Okay.
But you can make him wish you had.
She's just gonna knock him out.
Okay. What would you like to do?
it's enough pain to knock him out.
I would like to take my claws and just kind of. No, wait, that would kill him. Hold on.
Whether or not it's lethal is up to me. What do you want to do to him?
You've got legs
What
and
are
a
you
head.
going for?
I wanted to. He does have legs, and
I mean, you have legs and a head. You can hit him.
Do you want to
You
take
can
one of his
remove-
arms off?
I was just thinking. Actually, I'm gonna go for the left arm.
Okay. So, as you sort of bring your arm, you sort of slide around to the opposite side of him and just bring your claws up and catch under the armor of the shoulder, and you drive the claws home as the electrical energy sort of crackles across his armor, and you yank with all the force of your right arm, and there's the sound of tearing tendons as his left arm departs at the shoulder.
So he's bleeding a lot. Is he alive for the moment?
So as the spell fires as his arm falls off, the chains yank the arm to the ground, but the other chain is still holding him, so he can't even cry out in agony as his eyes dull with unconsciousness. He's still technically breathing.
Didn't kill him.
Okay, that's fine.
Hold your fire and I'll stop the bleeding, I say, pointing to him and staring the guy attacking me in the
Now he
eyes.
only has one eye.
How does he react to that?
This is a fight. Either we win or we lose. So
He's got that ridiculous orcish,
whether or not he dies is up to the spirits at this point, as far as the other Corcoran are concerned.
How many other of these guys are standing?
There's one paralyzed. There's 2 paralyzed, one held by me, and then there's the one attacking me.
Okay.
So,
So
there's
there's
one
only one
attacking
more
me, and that's
actively
all that
attacking.
matters.
There's only one
Right
active
now?
right now.
But if he attacks me
Okay.
and I fail the con save, then
One
there's
of
another
them
guy who
dies.
pops up.
And at the end of the Corcoran's next turn, then the other guy wakes up because his paralysis only lasts 2 rounds.
His paralysis ends at the end of my turn.
Okay.
Whose turn is it now?
Now it's Bricks.
Yeah, no, that.
And
that
you
first-
missed your 2 attacks?
That first. No, I missed the first attack.
Okay.
So, second attack. Okay, that's better. That is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
Damage is
Who are you attacking?
the one that's still active on you.
Okay.
Yeah. All crit fishing requires is to have a priest who can hold things.
Glad that we're fighting humanoids. It's amazing.
20 damage,
Yep.
and I will use another point of
Another rune point.
another rune point for another
Having
2
served.
attacks. Yep.
What do you horde folks say? Orcoids.
That is 24
Noids.
to hit.
Just call them Noids.
24 hits, yes.
Now we're fighting a Noid.
Avoid the Noid.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's not
Avoid the Noid. We're
as
fighting
damage,
Noids.
but
We don't want to avoid the Noid.
11 damage.
11?
Except,
Yeah, one more attack.
keeping them away
One
from
more attack.
our old teacher instead of a bunch of pizzas.
Kalanoids. And Noids from Kalimdor.
That's a miss. A 2 and a 5.
You need to have a word with your dice.
I mean,
That word is roll better.
That's 2 words.
2 words.
Maybe it's like your energy.
they hit twice.
Affected.
Dice curse.
They need to-
That's why we're getting that new emote.
It's because you're looking at them, really.
Then makes it Garrick's turn. If you're done there.
Alright. Dude's paralyzed right next to me, right?
Yes.
Well, let's go ahead and start taking things out.
Are you going for the one who's paralyzed by the venom or the one who's paralyzed by the spell?
The one who's paralyzed by the venom is going to be unparalyzed very shortly.
Yeah, but you'd be able to take him out. Because it doesn't end until the end of your turn, right?
It ends at the end of my turn, yes.
Yeah.
but-
So I'll take the one that's paralyzed by the. I'll take the one that's paralyzed by the spell, because if he hits Jangatal hard, then the spell goes away, as opposed to yours,
It's
which you'll
leaf
be able
what?
to-
The
It's
one on
leaf
leaf
hard.
isn't
Oh, sorry,
paralyzed
not
at all.
Jangatal leaf. If the one on leaf hits leaf really hard, then the other one gets unparalyzed. Whereas yours is going to be unparalyzed regardless, and you can hit him out. So. Uh, 17 plus 8. I hit.
Yes.
I crit. I'm going to use my Orcish Fury for another weapon dice and weapon damage.
Well, you don't crit on a 17, but yeah.
No, but it's paralyzed.
Yeah, he is paralyzed. Yeah, he
Auto crit.
Yeah, auto crit.
Paralyzed.
Duh.
Auto crit. Okay.
And
so,
the Orcish Fury die is multiplied. Your savage attack's die is not.
Okay. Yeah. So that's 4d8, 5d8 slashing, and then 2d4 thunder,
And then an extra d8.
an extra d8 and 2d8 radiant. Yeah. So 5d8 slashing. That's including the extra d8.
Yeah.
2d4 thunder, 2d8 radiant, and I will pump a 3rd level divine smite into it as well. So that's 8d8 radiant. I'm wanting to put this guy down in one hit, and it's non-lethal. I'm just like all of this power just to in the back of his head.
All right. What is our conscious Corcon member doing?
Attacking Leaf, because you geek the healer. 19 and 14 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. 9. That's 12 slashing damage and 10 slashing damage.
Yeah.
We'll see if that spell maintaining roll is
And
relevant.
what are the DCs for these again? Is the DC just a damage?
It's half the damage dealt or 10, whichever is higher.
So 10. That's a 12. That succeeds. And that's a 17 on the die. That succeeds.
Yeah.
As I just face tank a guy stabbing me.
Yep. Which may or may not be relevant because this guy's probably going out.
63 points of damage.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, he's out.
And then using my bonus action, I'm going to stop concentration on elemental weapon. I'm going to use bonus action to cast Healing Spirit on the commander who just lost something.
Okay.
So that'll stabilize him.
Excellent.
Jangatal, you're up.
I'm going to go for the conscious one, so he'll stop beating on our healer friend. Move over to flank. Good thing we're flanking.
I mean, like,
Does a 16 hit?
Just missed.
Second attack. Just in case it's not enough, we're going to make this one a Wyvern Strike.
Wyvern Strike?
Wyvern Strike. Yes, yes.
You tried to say Wyvern and Worgen at the same time.
No, my brother pronounced it Wervin growing up, and so I learned it Wervin. Because he
That
just,
took a
Oh,
long
Taylor, not
time.
you.
That took a long time
Swervin'
to
Wervin.
grow out of.
my older brother mispronounced a ton of things growing up, and it took me a long time to learn that he was pronouncing a lot of them wrong. Like Wervin,
Beavenho?
Tremine, Beavenho.
Which was supposed to be Beethoven, by the way.
Pronounced Beethoven Beavenho?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Tremine was supposed to be Trireme?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought
You
he
guys
pronounced
might
it
meet at
Trimmy.
Beavingho in
He
Toronto.
pronounced it Trimmy. I remember because I pronounced it Trimmy because of him.
I always heard it Tremine from him, but I learned that it was
I'm sure it was
later.
inconsistent.
Inconsistently incorrect.
But, do you hit on the second one?
No, I rolled 4 9s.
Okay.
Snack Friend. Maybe Snack Friend will roll a decent roll. Who's flanking with me?
4 9s. It's decent.
Snack Friend is done with his garbage.
That was 2 attacks, no damage.
What was that roll?
I mean, yes.
It was a natural 20.
Okay, good.
Snack Friend's like watching me being like, bruh, I don't need you to leave.
I'm just saying,
but in
your
case
rolls
you
are a good poker hand. But,
If we were playing dice poker.
Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 7. We're gonna get there the hard way, apparently. I got 11 on 8d4.
Does that include the poison damage?
Yes, that's why it's 8d4. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I got lightning damage.
Which is also doubled.
Yes.
Wait, what
I got 11 on 2d6 for the lightning damage. So that's 22 plus 9, 31.
That's what you needed. He's out.
Lightning snake.
Yes, lightning snake is done with this nonsense. And dude wakes up. Whether he gets to his
the
turn
other
or
guy-
not.
The other guy wakes up. Leaf. There's one left standing
there's one last standing.
who just woke up from the wyvern sting.
Just woke up from the wyvern sting.
Whole person.
Whole person's too high level. I'm going to just walk over, charm person.
That's a spirit save again?
That's the same kind of save. Yep. Same kind of thing, but
Yeah, it's cocked.
You can charm person on somebody who's openly hostile.
Yeah,
Yeah, they get
yeah.
advantage of the roll if you're
Yeah,
in a fight with them.
Okay. But you still can do it.
Which it's an 18 on the die, so 19.
darn. All right. I'll do something. Yeah.
20 total, actually.
Well, you'll get hit in the face, but
I mean, it's still range.
Yeah, you can still attempt to charm someone who's in the middle of a fight. They just get advantage on the save.
because they're like, "What? No, I'm not your friend. We're fighting right now, actively."
I just wasn't aware you could do it at all.
No, it does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. that's
I
close enough.
stabbed him. That's why he was paralyzed.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can't be like, "No, that troll's not my friend." Chairperson.
I mean, I can if I manage to successfully charm him, but yes.
But Shiana, there's one guy left standing, and Leaf is currently adjacent to
So
them.
you
I'm
can go
assuming.
flank.
Oh no, Leaf moved.
It has a range of 30 feet.
Oh, okay. You just, there.
Well, in that case, you can just go up and poke him.
Yeah, you can kill the stab him then.
Do I have advantage or not?
No,
Also, no sneak attack.
Yeah. Does a 15 hit him?
unfortunately not.
Okay. No.
Brick. There's one left standing.
Brick Earth Pounder.
All right. I will go ahead and try to finish this.
Is it still Earth Whispering if we're not on Earth?
Just bring to the Earth, not
That's better.
like Earth lowercase e.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits. I mean, he's still an uppercase E because it's his last name, but yeah.
Ooh, that's
yeah, but no,
decent
whispering to
damage.
the Earth.
27 damage.
Okay. Ow.
Second attack.
Well, I guess it is one of those. That is one of those things where it's like the reason we refer to Earth as Earth is because it's part of the Earth, capital E. But
No, that's the reason we call the planet Earth is because we caught the word for the ground first.
17 to hit.
17 just misses.
Let's finish. Let's try to finish this. Another point. There is a rune of founding surf for another 2 attacks.
that's the question, though. It's like, is the Earth of Mars Earth or is it Mars? Do you call the ground
Earth of Mars?
Do you call the ground on Mars Mars?
Our world is named Dirt.
Yes.
Our world is named Dirt.
24 to hit.
When there
Yeah,
are
before it's-
when there's tectonic activity on Mars, they are actually called Mars quakes. So yes,
15 damage.
you can just pick up a big old lump of red Mars.
Yeah, so
15
yeah, it would
more
be called
damage.
Mars then.
Because our world's name is Terra, which is dirt.
15 damage.
15? He's out.
I believe that settles that.
So now that we're with the collected unconscious Corcron at our feet,
Refreshing the thaumaturgy if need be.
One of them is now conscious, but is technically still held.
stepping past the held overlord to the rest of the Corcron. If any of you doubt the Omragor now, look only at your fallen warriors, felled by the Soaring Fang, and see what how they react.
The rest of them are they're mostly just silent for a moment, but after a couple of seconds, Orbarok steps forward and kind of shakes his head. I might have been the only one who saw that coming, but that was very satisfying.
Walk over to the paralyzed overlord. Now, if we let you go, are you going to behave?
I mean, you can't respond right now.
I know, but I want to look at his face twitch. I want to watch his face twitch.
There's still a scowl on his face.
Leaf, release him.
I'll go ahead and drop that. And also, how many of these people are dead versus unconscious? Because most of us were going for unconscious.
They're all unconscious.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and channel divinity, prayer of healing, and that's going to be 3 hit points to everyone within 30 feet of me. So all of you get 3 hit points back as well.
So the
Small thing to stabilize all
I'm
of it.
gonna reach down and grab the arm that was torn off by Shiana.
Yeah, but as soon as the hold
Hit him
spell
with it.
ends, he from his standing position just immediately collapses to his knees and just lets out this pained roars as he is now actually able to express the pain of having his arm ripped off.
Or the pain of anybody wearing headphones at that time.
I'm gonna reach down and grab the arm that Shiana tore off, and holding it by the elbow, kneel down in front of him and hold it out towards him. Would you like it back?
As he just glares at you for a moment as Orbarok just kind of walks over and puts an arm on the severed shoulder, which causes him to immediately and sort of helps him to his feet. Someone get Arctros to a medic. as the remaining Corcoran sort of help trundle him
I
away.
will toss the arm to the group of them and see who catches it.
One of them sort of stumbles and catches it out of the air. As the other Corcoran begin to lead the wounded commander away, Orbarak looks back at the group of you. I think that settled any questions about Resjun.
Good.
There shouldn't have been any questions in the first place.
Well, such appears to be the way of things. But it is good to see that the group of you have made good of your talents. I appreciated your efforts when you were under my command.
If you ever have need again of a guild of excellent warriors, you know where to find us.
The Horde always needs warriors. I'm sure you'll be called upon again sometime in the future.
We should go let Resjun know.
If he didn't hear, I say, motioning just a little bit to the captain, who's probably still grunting and quite upset with these new developments.
Shiana is snickering over.
As you turn and look, you can see that
you Shiana arm ripper.
She'll smile at that.
as you sort of turn and look, you can see that Resjun is standing in the mouth of the den and was watching the fight take place.
I'll just reach over to behind me, grab the Sashimoto, and just hold it up high towards the cave in the victory.
And you hear from Resjun, there's this very soft that just carries across the wind, just this normal speech level, but it just carries. Loktaroga. And the rest of the group just immediately joins in with a much more loud to carry, even though they don't have the same magic that he does. Loktaroga from the rest of the orcs of the den.
I join with it.
Loktaroga.
And I think that's a good place to end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Farewell.
Bye.
Bye.